Ke whakaukanga tono atu mei he senta Hungalu o pea mei pea ai whamatala hanga tono koe ni whelawe i bea moe Polokalama. Koe Polokalama koe ni o ko natula kehe he o ko whelawe i hanga tono mohono toki fuafua whakahoko i tongani. Kai ke he o ko iai foki ai whamalo loto hounga ko hi ko e kau mai ai kau taha whamawhulalea Broadcom FM Broadcasting walufitu poine ni maa pehe ki he waluhiwa poine e taha ke whahokata e Polokalama ma ke he koe ni ka ku toka mi he whakakaukau ke atonga mai e pea hange pe koe au tau lave i loa koe kia i he ngahi ha ele lalahi ki tuapuleanga ai whale o e nā awhiwhio o ko iai pea mo e ngahi whainga mālie i he whakahoko aho no tokanga i kina koe ha ai ngahi ngā ue koe ha ai ngahi Polokalama koe ha ngahi mea ai malawa ke hiki hake ai tuunga koia o e no fo o i kai ngata i tongani kai hoko atu ki a hiki whanua tau te whito ka te kinau tōlu ko ngahi whamiri pe ko ha kakai o kunau hiki ki tuapuleanga tau te whito eni ki no sila o ku tolai tahai a tau kai ngatonga mo e kakai ke me ngai whanua koia o e Pasifiki kau ki ai e ngahi Polokalama o ko whakahoko pea hange koia o ko waumai ki tongani i he ahoni. Polokalama koe ni o te whitoia ki hono whakaivia i he whounga ko ha Polokalama talatala i whare e lawa peke tau pehe ko e Polokalama ako i lea Whabritania o whaangawe aki pe ko e workshop. Kau ku o atu ai e whakaiki ki he kakai tonga pea o ku ata ai Polokalama koe ni o kau mai ki ai a kinau tolu koe kakai o e whanua koe ngahi whae koe ngahi tamai ko kinau tolu o kunau taki mai me ngahi community ko ihe ko mahu inga koe hae ngai mea koe tēnā wako mo ilo pea whanongoa i he Polokalama makehe o e pongpongi o he ahoni me he senta Hungalu o pea, me i pea. Tēnā utaktaha whoki atu ki ngahi kolo, mo ngahi wahenga, mo ngahi community, mo nau ngahi family. O to e whakamatala whakaiki ki ai uhinga o e Polokalama koe ni, koe ha aho no tau mua, koe ha ai ngahi lelei te tau inasi, mo au sia me iai. Koe hanai ene tokoni ki anga e tau no fo, koe hanai ai whainga mali e inasi ai ho tau kai ngatonga toko lahi o kunau lolo tonga i no sila. Kamata aki ai Polokalama ia koe ni, pea hange ko ia o ku iai, pea moe kau matao tau me he Polokalama koe ni. Ai au kui Whabritania pea e Polokalama pe koe kau taha koe ni unau hanga o tokangai ai ngā ue koe ni i no sila koe Pacific Settlement Support Services. Pacific Settlement Support Services aia koe kau taha koe ni koe kau taha o kunima aki e pure anga ka koe uma ngā ue ia ki ngahi ngā ue koe pe koe kakai o kwhie mau ke whaihano tokangai kina o kunau nofo koe i no sila. Ai au tau te whito e tokanga koe ni ka te kinau tolu koe ngai whamiri ko nau hiki whanua me tongani ki no sila. Tau lawe i pe whoki o koe ngahi Polokalama kehe o ku tokoni mai ai koe ke ngata pe no sila ka ko Amerika ko Australia i he ngahi whounga o kulawa ke maua e pepa no whonua ma ngahi mea pehe tu ke haka nau tolu ia na e hai pe ngahi whounga ke ia na nau lawa toi nau tolu ia ki no sila ka koe kautaha koe ni koe Pacific Settlement Support Services i no sila ko nau tolu ia o nau hanga o tokangai ak nau tolu ko toa pe hiki whonua koe ki no sila Mahino pei whakatek tau tolo hange koe ngahi ongo ma ngai whakamatala tau whanongo ai i hono tuku mai me ofisi tala whakaulahi ko ia anu sila i tonga ni tau whanongo o ki ai mea koe lulu monu ia pea o ko lava lewa ki tau tohi ki ai uai pe ngai form pe koe ngahi application forms o ko tau hanga i tau tolu ia o whakawhonu pe tau kore ange ki ha tau whamiri ki nau hanga whakawhonu pe tokoni mai pe ai ofisi ia ki hono whakawhonu e whanki form ko ia pako atu ia o ave koe pe taime o ngata ai pea koe taime ko osi e koe a ngā ue koe ke lulu monu ia koe ni o tok whakaha mai lewa koe ko hai fuaini o kunau lava nau tolu pe kunau kau nau tolu ia i he lulu monu ia koe ni na e ola lelei e nau ngahi fomu koe nai whakawhonu paku kau nau tolu no whiri ko ia pea koe lewa pea moi ngahi founga o ku fowai ngahi mea kehe ko ngahi whee mau ia pea koe ngahi criteria ko pau ke whakahoko ko pau ke whakakato ki mo ai hapatok hiki atu lewa e whamiri ko ia ki Nusila. Sai, ko hiki atu koe ki Nusila au tau lawe i hono kotoa pe, o ki ai pia mohono ngahi mea ia o ona. Toko ke heanga ka pau tau osi whetu taki pe tau tolu ia, ki ha tau ka inga ai te tau ato ki inofo taimisi iai, ka e whakahoko hanga aue uloaki e pau ke kumiha ki wheitu o whakaukau iki ai pia moe haha i ngā aue e lava ke whakahoko. Taimlahi ko tala mai e tangata eiki. Muki maalolo pe ni e whine eiki moe toanga ko ia e whanau kau muau. Muau ki heke o alu o kumi haki inofo anga. Ko hi ko taimi ko mo aluange ai. Aluange hanga tonu peka tau ki whare i haki wheitu ko osi mau maari e mai ke tau no foai. Wai lewa me ngahi whaunga ia ko pau peke i ai ai ngā ue ia e o mai tau pehe ko osi mao i te ngā ue. Ko kau ia he ngahi mea koe ni koe tau hiki whanua a tau ture ki Nusila tau whanonga mai aki koe whaunga ngā mahi ni tau atu pe o nofo hiri i ha tau ka inga pe o tau ngahi whamiri. Ka koe tau whololau ko nofo hiri o tau osi ilo tau torea anga koe nofo i muri. Mea ko tau ko pau ke paanga. Mea ko tau ko pau peke ngā ue. Ko ngahi whakamore, ko ngahi pila, ko pau ke totongi. Aia ko tau hiki whanua pe hea tu. O toi tānaki at pe ia. Ki o tau kainga mo tau whamiri ko ia. Ki muini mai, o kia lewa ai whaunga ia o ko ngawe aki hangai pe ko ngahi whaeke eke nai o stuku atu. Mea te nau tolu o nau ngā ue i he ofisi ko ia o tau whakaulahi ko anu siela koe ki tonga ni. Ko pau peke iai e te ngā ue pe ko ha kautaha i Nusila o ki ai ha lakanga ai pe ko ha wheitu o ai pe aku nau loto nau tolu ia. Aki pe i he whaunga whetu tak te nau hanga mai te ngā ue te alo koe ki ai pe ko ilo e ko job offer. Ilo e nia i nau tolu ko ta pe ko nau hanga nau tolu ia i ona whawhone ngai form ko ia. Hange ko ni koe ko ka wo ko he tori ka toa ngai mea pehe o koe hono ngai mea pehe ko sia e te ngā ue te alo ki ai ko o si whai mo whemai no aki mo ka upure ngā ue mo ngai kautaha ko ia ko ngai mea pehe o whahoko. Ai lewa ka pau ko mau a e te pepa no fofonua. Ko tātano at penia a ako ngai mea ko o stuko at pehe o ngongo. O si whai at peke mo ngai Polokalama whela foaki me he le te o plot ko mu. FM Valfit po ini ma o tau whanongo ko toa pe ai. O te whe alu ki Nusila o magatuunga na e mau e te ki monu ia i lulu monu ia. Ngai whaunga ni ihi ko pau peke i ai hataha i Nusila pe ko hakautaha i Nusila tene hanga o oma te ki job offer pa te whau pe i he whaunga wai pe ngai whaunga. Ko ngā tala mau ia koini ko osma ho ngā ue a au ko mau kautaha whakataha ko mau kautaha langa ko ni o whia mau ki ai toko nima pe ako kau ko ia i tōtas. Tang lewa e tangata e ki ke whine e ki. Koin ko mau mai e ko job offer, koin ko ki whainga maari e eni. Ka ko whia mau whaka wheito ke tau alu ke. Wai po tau whamiri o tau tole Nusila. Ka koe ke tau ilo pe o ko lahi whiunga e honau whare e mono whanga. Whewhea ke mo ki taimi hen, kau alo ki Nusila ko koai ki ngā ue. Ala ki ngā ue ai, haki mahina nai e ua pe tolu. Tānake ki se niti ko ia, o klawa le vai ke whapapau ia lea ia ke tau ki no whoanga. Ko mo hiki ange, os mau mari ki feitu ko ya o kai pe mo ki ya ko anga ya ku lu pe ki ai fae ya a ke kaureka pe o ku fainga mari ai pe to la vai pe ma mo nga we ya ko e fae pe ko ai pe mo tai mi ko tai mi pick up mai e fa na me ya ko ka to ngai me ko ni ko ya ko ia lewa koe kautaha koe ni ai Pacific Settlement Support Services makatuunga i he whenga o aki pe mangahi ia lea aia o ko tāke kina e he tahine koe ni Nanasi Pau'u ok malawa ai ke nau whalau mai ki tongani pe ok whalau mai ki tongani ko hanga whakatokangai me Polokalama i pongpongi o e aho ni o ki ai toko ua ko mama tato ki ai pe os fai mo e whatala noa ki ai pe ebe mo whai ngā maali e ke whai ha whaka eke ana iange ka koe anga koe whamatala koe a Mandy si tia mo moisea ko e whewhine ha moa e ni o kune ngā ue inu sila i e Polokalama ko e koe Pacific Settlement Support Services pe ko kina o tolu o kuna whanga toka ngai ai ka inga tonga ko toa pe o kuna hiki whanuange me tongani ko e kino sila pe a kuna whanga o toko ni i whatatau ki e whamatala ko ni ko e Mandy si tia mo moisea o kuna utokoni ki hono kumi ngai nofo anga ke nau lavanga nofo ai o kuna utokoni ki hono whapapaui ka pau ke ki whanau o kuna ke i he ako kinti pe koe whiema o ke alu ke ako koe ni palai meli primary school ako he langai level o lau tohi pure anga mo ako teu pe koe ai moha whanau ai whiema o ke nau hu ke kōrisi katoa ngai mea ko ia o kuna wahanga nau toria toka ngai wai pe ono ngai whaunga koe hiki atu koe e whangi whanau me tonga ni o pau peke mao mai nau whangi tohi me nau api ako me pure ako me kau whai ako tala mai ko eni ko ana eni ko e kone lava e kalasi wa level ko ia pe koe kalasi ono pe koe no form 2 ia i koe nsalote pe koe ne alo atu ko ia koe hana ia api ako koe e fie mau e ana ia he wako kuinsalote ia ta api ako kuna tula kuinsalote inusila o ku katoa o mea ko ia wai ki tō tahia ko ako ia i piula o ku ia i hako heni o ku ofi feitu ko nau ia i ke whainga maari e alua te ki tō tahia ko ni o ako ai pe o kuai ha api ako ia koe api ako nofa mau ia hange ko ni ko atele hange ko toloa pe ko lia hona pe ko whenga api ako koe ni ko una wako nofo mau e whi mau ia ke alo ki ai koe api ako ia koe tamai whiwhine atata wai api ako koe tamai tangata atata koe hana ngai whonga katoa ngai mea koe ngai mea lelei au pitoia e tokoni au pitoia ke anga koe e tau no fomo e tau mo ui koe i tongani pea o ki ai lewa pea mohono whakahoko ki ai koe toko whiha i e whamiri ai ni koe te nau hiki whanua atu koe toko whiha e te nau tolu o malawa ke whakahoko ha ngā ue katoa ia pea koe pepa mo tai mea hange koe ni koe ko tau tolu ka koe tau kau vai o tau hanga tahui e whehu ia pehe e lawa mo tau kau vai ke nau hiki koe wingahe ku nau si vai pakapau te tau alu ko hai te nehanga toka ngai nau tolu. Katoa ngai mea ko ni ta mai menti. Katoa he o mahang mato toka ngai lele e mau tolu. Ai ngai mea ko ia. O ki kai kia hatahai hangi ko ka venga whaman lahi. Ki kia hatahai ali e kina. Kua pau pe ki e whaunga. O hiki atu. O i hiki whanua. Mei he whanau ha o ki e kautou leka. O kuna uhanga na tolo toka ngai kina mohono kumi ko ia o e ngahi api ako koe kok mau tolo ko ni koe na o mau osi ilo Polokalama ko ni pak mau whaam ke mau kau mai ki ai ata au pito ai holo ko ni koe i pea mau ilo ko ta pe ngahi holo na e langa pea o ko whakaofo ofa ko e Hungalu o pea o ki ai holo ko ni ko tala noa tu ko ni mei ai whainga maali e ke mo lava mai ki ai, kakai whewhine, koe kakai tangata, ko mo tolu pe ia, tau pe he koha whanau ako, pe koha ni ihi, mo ngau e whapure anga, mo loto ke mo toi ilo lahi ange ki Polokalama koe ni, pe ange ko mo tolu ka pau mo o si mao mo tole hanga mono ia e ngahi lulu mo ngahi mea ko ia ka ko kei whae ngā ue ki ho mo ngahi pepa mo ngahi mea pehe o mana koe kautonga ke ui mea e koea kei hoka te ngā ue o koea koe process ka pau ko mo tolo ko mo kei fau i ngahi process pia koe ngahi fau ngā koea ke lava o sia ni whae mo i whanau ka pau ko nu sila mari ia ka mo lava me mo tolo whanongo heni he ko hiri ai ki Polokalama e koe ni ia pe ngata e whakamafola ia kai hoka lewa ki Polokalama ako mo i whakahino hino ki a te mo tolo e ngai mea koe wata au pito ai Polokalama koe ni ke mo lava mai ki ai o whanongoa pe pe he whuka te mo tolo o mo whia ilo pe mo tolo e ki ai te kei ke mo kau mo te reka lulu manu ia pe te kei ke mo mao e mo tolu ia ha whahinga whakakau ki a hik whanua ki no sila o ata ke mo lava mai o kai ko winga nia ke hiki ko toa tau kakai tatou ki no sila ka ko winga pe ia he ku mahino ia i anga ko hiki whanua ko ki no sila o kai ngai whainga taa mga Polokalama ko tau hiki atu ko tau tolu family e toko walu pe ko toko fiha o tau no whakataha moha kāinga, ko tau whamiri pe ma kāinga. Neo ngoi whio whofania mo mea, ka koe pe ngai whengata ai a ulo aki, o tau iai pe ka koe ki hange ia ko api, ko whangai whakatapu, tau o zilo pe tau tolu. Pe kai ki ngata ai, koe hange ko ni wai ngai mea ai, o tau ngoi pe, o koe ki ngata i nau ngoi ana tolu unau pōpula. Toi ngoi mo tau tolu a ko hika tu tau ki pōpula. Kai o lewa pe, ko iai ha tau ki no foanga pe o tau tolo tau ki family ko ke ngata tau tau atai nangi te tau atai na mo tau kai ngaya o tau tolo o te tau alata tolo hika te tau uka venga ka na tolo pa ko no fo tau atai na pe tau fe ofa aki pe tau tolo tau fe toko ni aki i ngai mea ko ka ko mea mau inga ko tau whanongo ai pe ko e o atai pe ki muri ko si fiu kumpe haki ngā ue koe ni koe kautaha koe ni koe nau te whitau i ngā wea nau tolu. Wai hani ihe nau mou hike mai mou tolu. Ke heke mou ilo. Ko whē tu ai kautaha koe ni. Ko whē tu asila koe ku iai. Koe hae nau ngā wea ku whai. Koe hale wea ngai toko ni koe te tau mao meai. Whai ngā maalia au pito ai holo koe Hungalu o pea ia pomponge aho ni. Koe hike mou lava mai ki ai. Pea o ku iai pe mono Polokalama. Ngai koe mea ko lave koe ki ai. O ko whakamatala whakaiki ki atuai ai ngahi whaunga ngā ue pea mo ngahi tuutuuni ngā ue mo ngahi mea ko toa pe ka kumatu aki tokoni o wai lewa pea mo ngahi filimi video o kuna whalau mai pe moia pea e hoko atuia a hono hulu o e filimi video ko ia pea pe he foki ki hono tokanga kina o ngahi ngā ue ko toa pe o ko whakahoko pea mohono whakahoko atu ki he tahine kuini ai Polokalama koe ni mea te kinau tolu kuna whalau mai koe ia ke whakalele ai Polokalama kai uma afoki o ki heni a ngahi whae o ki heni mai ngahi tamai o wakai atu o ku asmai pe mo e tautupu o mo tolu koe na he ngahi kolo mai ngahi wahenga nai osi tala tuka te mo tolu koe ni o ko kei whainga mali e pe ai Polokalama koe ne mau mali e pe ia ko kamata ai Polokalama ka ko whepea taim te motoki a o mai ai o ku whainga mali e ai holo ke mo lava mai ki ai ma wai toai pe mai ngahi tohi whamatala ma o tai mai ngahi pepa ko o si ai pe ngai whaino hino ai e tokoni au pitoia ke o mo laukonga ko ia i api pe mo fo ai pe ai papau ko ia hani i ho mo kainga mo family i no sila o nau ke i whai hanau uwha kau pe whaunga whewhe hano whai leanga ho mo pepa ke mo aluangi ke mo whakatahai e lava ke mo telefoni ka nau tolu hiri ho mo mamata i Polokalama koe pomponge aho ni o talanga nau tolu koe ni koe whaunga eni pe aku iai mo ki nau tolu o koe ofisi koe hahi ngoa ofisi ko ia ko whetua sila o kutu uai koe hae nau whika telefoni te mo mao me iai a katoa ngai tokoni koe ni koe mea e whokene o tau whiewhia ai tau whiewhia whok tau tolu koe uhi koe ngahi whainga mali e peheni ke tau inasi ai, he koe ngahi lelei, oku i he wheitu o hono kotoa pe, ka oku atau tolu foki, ke tau kau whakataha, i hono tāri o ngahi lelei ko ia, pea koe ne ia o mai koe a koe ki tongani, ai timi koe ni, koe mea whawhiawhia, peo tau mono i ai. Whatatau ki he whamatala koe ni koe a Mandy Sitia mō moisea, koe talo e whakotu e kautaha ia koe ni me ta o wanoa taha hiwa. Koe talo me wanoa taha hiwa, e nau kamata ngā ue i he kautaha koe ni, pea o ko iloa pea koe taha o e ngahi kautaha ngā oe ofa. I no sila, a charity organisation, ka o mahina ka te tau tolu ai fie maulahi e pule a ngā e ngahi kautaha koe ni, ke nau nima ngā oe aki, pe uma ngā oe aki, ko hi ke toi whaingo fuange, pea toi whakaikiki ange e nau ngā oe koe ke kakai. Mahino pea koe fuu toko lahi ho tau kakai tonga, pea me ngahi whanua kau ngā api e Pasifiki o kunau ino sila. Koe ke haiwe e pule a ngā, ke ne alu tāwhataha ke api kotoa, pea koe kolo kotoa, mo ngahi wahenga. Ngahi kautaha pehe ni lewa, hange koia koe Pacific Settlement Support Services. Hono whakotu uia koe o ona, pea kuala lewa pule a ngā ia whaitoko nia ngahi kautaha koe ni pane uma aki. Ko uhi koe kakai pehe nia me Pasifiki. Oku nau ilo e nau tolo e anga e tau nofo i he Pasifiki. Koe haa e to onga mo ui o ku tau mao i he Pasifiki. Koe haa e ngahi mea o whalawe i mo e tau ulunga anga tuku whakaholo ma ngahi mea koe ia o ku loto anu sila. Neongo hiki mai koe, ai ngahi whamiri e whiha me i tonga koe ki no sila. Maho ingai ke nau whi ilongaki, mo toenga o ngai community tonga. Maho ingai a koe haha palani, ai pule anga no sila he taimi kōku ai ai ne ngahi patseti, koe hae ngai mea oksai i ai, ai kakai koe me i tonga, koe hae ngai mea o ki keike nau loko, sai i ai nau tolu. He oku nau ilo koe hika te kakai koe ni, o ngā ue i o nau whonua, hange pea ko hani i ko kakai muri, oku nau hiki mai ki tongani, o nau whonua nau tolu i o tau whonuani. O ki kai ngata pehe nau no whonua mai ki he ni, ka oku nau tokoni ki anga i tau no who. I he langa whakaekonomi ka, i he whakalakalaka o ia ko, ko i whakatau aki, ko i ngahi ngā ue kehe ku tau oslau ilo ko toa pe tau tolu ia ki ai. Pea oku lawa ki tau whiako aki, i taim ta tau o kwhai pe e nau ngahi Polokalama ia anau tolu, pea oku lawa ki tau a ahi atu ki ai, i he ngahi mea o kwhai ai, ai whetu taki moi whe ilonga ki. Ko ia koe Polokalama ia o e pongpong ko ia o e ahoni, mo e ki whamatala koe ni ko hanga ko ia o Tuku'aho, pea ko se aibe mo hono ngahi pepa whamatala, ko o si tu whamai, te tau tok whakaiki ki tau toria ki ai, i he e tau ngahi o ngongo koe e Tuku'aho. I he lolotonga nia ulotonga whaibea e whakanofo o ki nau tolu ke kau ke Polokalama koe ni, pehangai koe mea ko lawe ki ai, ko lolotonga whamatala koe ni, o ko kehi a umai pea kakai, o ko nau lawa atu ki he ngahi sea. Whe mao lahi au pito ke tau toko lahi mai ke ngahi whainga maali e pehe ni. Koe ni toko lahi, ka pau ko ke whanonga mai ke Polokalama koe ni, kau ke ngofi mai heni hange ko pea, hange ko ha te iho. Koe Polokalama koe ni eleleo hau ke hoa tae whiawhi, pea ko whe mao ke molawa mai ki ai. Ke molawa mawha au ngai Polokalama koe ni, ka pau o ko hangu ngai whae, mo ngai tamai, koe ha mo whanau o kui no sila. Whainga maali au pito ke mo lawa mai ki ai, hange ko kau ngai whapure a ngā. Whaakai ke eka ka mutolo hangahi mea ke hiki whanua ko ki no sila. Kau le leiho mo lawa mai, ko ngapa mo tāna ke pengai ilo ko ia, o vahe at ke kakai, hange ko ia ko kau taki lotu. Ko kau ngahi kau taha ko ne kau whiwhine, hange ko kau whai ako, te mo lawa e motoria, whaitoko nia, hange ko ha whanau ako, mo whanongo atu, ko wholau e nau tangata e ki anau ture ki no sila. Ke kamata kumia ki ngāwe ko hika toka aruange ai whanki i whanau pia mo e whae. Pia mo ai whae ka toko ala te tamai. Te mo tokon mo toke whanau ako ko ia. Anga no whalot lahi nau tolo. mohono tanumaki pe anga na mo ui ke fanki whakamatala whakaiki te nau wholau ki nusila ke nau tu mateu ki ai pe moanga o ngahi le soni koe te nau alu ke katoa ngai mea koe ni o ne hanga o au liliki mai e Polokalama koe ni pe au tau lau koe koloa e ki whainga maali e koe ni koe uhi he koe ke tau whainga maali e ki ai koe ne hau koe whainga maali e pe ni o tau nima mo vae ke tau inasi ai ko hi pe ko kita e te hi ki atu ki nusila pe te lopi te tonga hango au fia au ko au ki Polokalama ko ni ko hi o fa mau ngai Polokalama fela fa ke mau tol o vale pe le ha venga ko e ke ma to ta ngai me pe ni ko te lava i po talia te ko nga la do slava mai kita ia ke senta ko ni be ko holo ko ni Hungalu pea o te ki whanonga atu ki tai ki he whamatala pa te toihanga ki tai o atu. Kau kai whake tatau e te whanonga pea a kita. Mea wheitu, e o hange koe whamatala ngo atu, mo te au tonu mai koe ki ai. Heu toi ai pe mo ngahi whamatala e te tokahanga pe ki tai o e ke hanga tonu ange ke te ngau tolu koe nung nau hanga o whakahau ko lawe e pea koe kau whiwhine. Kau whiwhine koe ni me i tongani, pe toi ai pe moe ngahi whainga maali e ia ke nau hanga e nau tolu ia o talaki atu ka ko mo lava mai koe ki e Polokalama o e pongpongi o e aho ni o ku whakawhiawhia au pito ko e taha whoki i mea mau inga o tokanga mai koe ki ai e Puleanga Nusila ko hi ko hono mau o ngahi whika whakastatistika. Ai ko ngahi whika whakastatistika ko ia o ko magatunga ia i he ngahi savea. Ai ko ngahi savea whawhanua ko tape paka whainga savea pe i tongani ulo aki ko pau ke mau e ngofua ia me pot ngau e statistika. Whawhai pe mea e tala noa ai CEO ko ia statistika pe ko tali kita pure ko sione lolohea mo ne kau ngawe o na hanga tala mai ki mua pe mo lava tu ki ngai kolo mo ngai siasi mo ngai haofanga mo ngai vaenga o faha mo savea tatau e pe ko savea whaka ko pe ko savea whaka siasi pe o whainga savea pe hatau a whani whatotolo ko pau pe ke urak lavat ke pot ngau statistika ke whapapau i ko ha e savea o ke hanga whakahoko pe anau si o ko hanga i whiu ko ala whiu ke kakai he flave hanga tono ni pe mo ngau e ko e ke kakai pa pau ko ngai savea ko no ke whahoko na tok osina pe ha savea ke pot ngau statistika o te ke to hela ia no fai savea ko mo osma ma tolo yola pa ke alo e pe ko ia mo ia ka ko ngahi whatongia ko ia ai ko ngahi savea ko ia ko ne hanga pe o whatala mai ko tau ko toa pe o ko hika to ai ho tau kainga ke feitu ko pe ko muri pe ko fe e ko mau ia me time ko ha ko ka savea ko tau api ko kakai to ko fia family ko ni ko hai fua ko o wai pe mga savea ia ko tala mai ko to ko fia mo family no hikina to ki to Puleanga i tau fe ia ko fe ngai fonua mga me ko ia ka toa o mato aki maho inga pe ko magatunga ngai savea pe ni o ko to fie mau ia e ngai fonua ko ni ko i to Puleanga fatata aki hange ko ia ko Nusila ka wi kai fo ke fale ko ti mau ia i ngai me peheni fatata ki famatala ko ni ko a Mendi Sitia Momoisea ai to ko apia na yang ni ngahi famatala ok mato aki mau inga fo ki nia e ko ngau e ko tape ke kakai e fonua pe ko kakai ia fahinga feitu pe ko ha vahenga pe ko ha fanki kolo pe ko ha fahinga matakari o pau pe ke nau fe ao i taimano ko toa mga hifika ai ko ngai fika statistika ko ia o ko nau tana ke nau tolu ia me ngahi savea ngai savea ko fai hono whakaikiki ko ha ai mau inga ngai savea ko ia pak tau aslau ilo pe ke ngai ko tau tolu ko i tongani ke taimi o ko whakaongo mai ai me he Puleanga a ene ngahi Polokalama pe moanga ko no vahe o a whahinga tokoni e magatuunga ia me ngai fika ko ia ka pau ku ke tau wha whihanga i tau tolu ia o ai ke tau kau ngai savea ko ia o hanga u tau hanga i tau tolu ia o te kei ai u whainga maali e whaai ai taimia ku pe mai ngahi kolo ia ko e o ko ngai mau toko lahiang mau tolu ia ka koe alu koe ke savea une tala makataki time na ala te sa vea ia na i koe kakai pe na i mau koe ke whahoka ngai sa vea koe ia. Ai koe ngahi mea pehe. Koe ia koe pongpongia o e ahoni mei he holo Hungalu o pea ia, mei pea o whahoka ngatono tae Polokalamani, pea o kei a tāpe, pea whainga maali e pe, kia tek mō tolu, o mo fia lava mai ki ai, ke mo lava mai ki ai, ko hi, he ko e lava aho no hufi ko ia o e Polokalama, e he tahine e koe ni, e hokot lewa ia ki he whakaiki o e Polokalama ako, aia o ko amanaki ke whakahoko atu ko ia mei heni, pia whainga maalia e pe mok mautolu, ke mau lava mai o whamawhalanga tonu atu, ai Polokalama, pia inasi ai mok mautolu, ka koe whainga maalia koe ke talano hanga tonu, ka te kinau tolu o ku lava mai koe mei Nusila. Pea o ku whakahoko pe i he lea Whapritania, pakapau ke whe lava me pako eke ho whehu i he lea whakatonga, o ku lava noa he o ku whalau mai pe, a timi koe niu nau whalau mai pe, mo i kautonga, ke nau tokoni atu ki a te kumotolu. I he holo Hungalu o pea ia, whahokot mea i a e Polokalama a koe niu. Whatatau ke ngahi whamatala i ngahi pepa, ka ko tufake mai pe, o ku hai ai ngahi sino o ngā ue, o ku nau whetokoni aki. O ki ai sino ai, o ku iloa pe ko e CSI, pe ko e Center for Social Impact. Ai ko e Center ko ni o ku nehanga e ia, o whakotuku'u e ne ngahi Polokalama. Pe ko ngahi Polokalama ko ia, o ku hu'u ai toka ngā ia, ke nehanga o whataki a ngahi lelei, pa nehanga o whakatoka ki ngahi mo ui a ngahi whamiri, pa moi ka inga, a ngahi lelei o kuola, lelei ki he nau mo ui, o whakafou i ngahi Polokalama ngā ue koe ni. Pia ko senta ko ia, ki e whilawe i mo ngahi ngā ue, ki e whakalakalaka whakasosiale i anga koe a oino fo, pe aku toi iai pe foki mo ngahi kautaha, pe ko ngahi vāhenga o ki ai e ngahi Polokalama o ku nau whenga e aki vāofi ko ia ino sila. O ki ai lewa pe mo ngahi Polokalama hange ko ia ko e tokangai kina o i mo ui lelei. O ki ai pe mo i Polokalama pe he ko o si mau malie hange ko ia ko hikat ko ki no sila, ko e ngahi ngawe angalahi ko pau pe ke iai ai ngahi insiua hange ko e health insurance, koe life insurance. Mo katoa me ngai mea koe hangou tau whawhanongo koe ki ai o kutokanga i koe e he kautaha malu i koe tisa, pea pehe ki he kautaha malu i koe a koe taua o ku nau whahanga tokanga e ngai Polokalama koe ni. Pea koho no whakahoko ai ngai mea ia koe ia o ku katoa pea. O koe hiki whanua peki no sila, patau hikat peta tolu o nofo pea. O ku iai hono ngahi leleia o ona. E mau ko fe ia ai kliniki koe e alu ke ho ki familia au te vita momere koe taim koe te mohika toi koe ki no sila koe kliniki koe he feitu koe ko mun lofa mo toluia i mengri pe ko o tara pe ko fe koe tua sila e pa ko se ngai whamatala ia ki ai e avea tukua he taime mau ai humo u whamatala pa te mo almo tokia koe ki ngata i e neofiange toi whai ngofuange ia pea oku iai pe moi ka inga tonga ia unau ngau e te nau tokoni atu. Iai lewa pea mo ngahi mea o tau whahika tau topa tau pe si. Koe whungai mea nia oku who'ou koe ke mawanga mautore ki ai. O ingai Polokalama koe o e pongpongi o e ahoni e koe tau ata toka wheitu o koe ki tau wanga tau tore ki ai. O tau who'ou atu aia e tau who'ou pea ka pau oku ikai ke tau ia hatau kai ngai sio ko toi fo o ia eta pange ko ni tau fa kau ka tau lawat ki e nai ha kau to ngai ke to kon ma ka tau tol ko ki tau fu pota tore le fa palangi ko finga e fo lau mo ko li no hala to tala mai o te mo to kanga ki tai mi te mo ma o ai ko fa nga mali e ngai lolo mo no ia ke mo flawang ko ki no sila e ko osma opo pe ngai mea no ka to. Ko taim ko tau mahina ka tau tolu ai ngai mea ko ia hange une to atu ia ai manawasi to ate tairi To ate mga mea ko ia ka tau ma o e loto nonga, ma loto hanga maalie ke tau whakaukau. Hange peha tau alu pe tau toa me api ki he api. Pe hange koe ni koe kok mau tolo te ki hiki atu. E te mau pehe pe ko whea wheitu te tau mau me ai. Ha whanki whamatala ke tau te hiki atu koe ni. Moi katoa, ai ngai mea ko ia, koe ola ia o e whengau e aki o ko whakahoko. Pe o ko whakafou me he puleanga ki he puleanga, pe o ko whakafou me he kolo, pe koe wāhenga, pe ko whe. Ka koe taimi ko toa pe o ko whakatoka maali e ai, pe a mateu ai, ai ngahi ngā aue mga mea koe ni, ono tu whaki o e whakamatala. Koe hau he sai. Koe tau hiwha tau tau koe malai wakapuna koe ni koe o kalani. Pa tau teu tau tolu ke tau tau heka tau tolu i he wakapuna alu koe ki weringa toni. Osi mau pe ia. Te kai ke tau alatu tau toku tau osmai tau tole ngai pepa whahino hino i tongani. Hau ai pe mono ngai whakatātāia o ona. Pea tau ilo. Katoa ngahi me a koia. Kai ke koutui mahalo nā ku mei wawe pea no kamata o e Polokalama. Ko lawe i atu ko e tahine kuini Nanasi Pau'u. Ko ne mea mai ki he mea anga.
Tol tahai o tua i ho tau loto ngā i he pongpongi koeni. Whatapu heni ki he tahine kuini o whaina tonga, kuini Nanasi Pau'u. Whatapu heni pia mo Lady Luani. Pia whatapu heni pia mo haatau he whanua. Ki he whaiwhekau amna ke tataki koe tau Polokalama koea o e pongpongi ni, whaiwhekau lop seni wao. Pea ki he kāinga kotoa ai au tau kau whakatahe Polokalama koea e houani. O ko whiepuke whainga maari e koe ni, ke whaihono tautari le leiki mou tolu. Ko uhia koe Polokalama mahu inga koe ni, ko mo koe e tahine kuini, ke whakakelesi aki e ne mea tonu heni. Pea koe tāpu aki e ni maa tonga. Ko uhia koe Polokalama eni e wa anga au e koe ni. Ai pure anga no usila, ai o kuna uma ake e wa anga au e koe ni ki he Pasifiki. Ki hono whakanofo koe e kakai e Pasifiki, ko nā ukumi pia mo hiki whanua koe ki no usila. Ki hani ihi koe ke kau whakataha mo tau tolu i he houa koe ni, i he holo koe ni Hungalu pea, whakawhiat ki mo tolu ke taimi pe, me i heni o au ki he hong fulmāua, e whahoko kakato ai ai Polokalama koe ni. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of God this hour, the presence of Your Majesty, Queen Nanasi Pau'u, Lady Luani, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a privilege on behalf of the staff who are with us this hour from the settlement, the Pacific Settlement Services of New Zealand who are with us. And in Tongan, I had elaborated a bit with the services that they do, especially for our Pacific people who are planning to migrate to New Zealand. This is a rare and it's an opportunity for us and graced with the presence of Her Majesty. Without any further ado, our program will run, and I've been guided that the program is a workshop. It will be both formal and semi-formal, an opportunity for you all who are here. Ko whahoko mai nau tolko nau tataki Polokalama koe pongpongini, tapuangi pia mai tahine kuini, ene mea heni, koe whainga maari e koe ni tau te whito maha tau kakai, o nau whakakaukau koe ke nau hik whanua ki nu usila. Moi ngahi whainga maari e koe ia, pia moi ngahi whaunga ngāue. O ku haha molofia e ngahi whainga maari e koe ni kakai tonga ma tau tolu. Taimilahe tau hik whanua ma uloto pe, tau hik whanua pe, o whakafou i he tokoni ho tau ngahi whamiri, tau hik whanua pe i he whanongo talanoa. Ka koe kakai tonu eni, kua nima ngāue ake he pure anga no usila. Koe uhia ke oua e whakamoulaloa i tau tolu kāinga e Pasifiki pe mo i kāinga tonga. I e taimi koe te tau hik whanua ai, tau whia mau ha tokoni, anga whewhe ha whakaava ha ki tohi panke, anga whewhe ha whakahu e whanau ki ako, anga whewhe ha mau ha ki ngā ue ki ukamatai, anga whewhe ha mau ha kunofu anga mhok whamiri, koe kakai tonu eni kuna wau tonu mai ki tongani, ke toka ngai pe mo tokoni i taua. Ka tukumaka ke te whakaloloa, ta pang mo tahine, Te korehen ke whaiwhekau, ke ka mata tau loto, pai to koko atu, ai whakatau kei, mea nau tolu tonu, o keni, ki ta taki tau Polokalama malo.
Salote sis whako e whakatau kei ki he Polokalama.
Whakatulou atu tahine. Ai whai tau lotu. Te ulau pe ai taha o ngāhi re soni whakawhea ngai o e ahoni. Tataki aki tau tolu whai tau lotu. Ko speria mātiu wahe fitu, vesong fulmani mā ki he wanoa. Ka mou lama, ai kau palo fita loi. Ai whaahinga, o kuhau ki a teki mou tolu, o kunau kofu hange ha sipi. Ka i loto, ko e whanga ulofi whekai ki nau tolu. Ko nau ngāhi fua, te mou ilo lere iai ki nau tolu. He oku tori kārepi, me he wāo talatala. Pe ko e whiki, me he ngata e. Pe he ilonga haakau lerei, o kune fua aonga. Ka ilonga haakau tamaki, o fua kovi. O kui ka ilawa e he akau lerei ke fua kovi. Pe ko e akau tamaki ke fua aonga. Ilonga haakau o kui kai fua aonga. O ku tā o laku ki he awhi. Aua, ko nau ngāhi fua, te mou ilo lerei ai ki nau tolu. Amen. Ke tau lotu. O whakatokanga i mai, a sisu ke tau hu, i he matapā whāsi i. Ko i matapā whālahi o kwhaingo fua ai huai. O ku toko lahi ai kakai o ku huai, ka koe halaia ki he auha. Ka koe matapā whāsi o kwhainga ta ai huai, be au toko sii ai huai, ka koe halaia ki he moui. Whakatokanga mai a sisu e ikai hu, ki he pureanga o he wani ai kakai katoa ku nau pehe mai. Eiki. Ka koki nau tolu pe o nau talango fua, mo whai e whinangalo e otua. Ke wakai nā taki hala i ki tau tolu he kau palo fita loi. He ku nau hange mai koe sipi i tua. Ka ko nau loto o e manu whekai ata. Ko nau ngā fua, te mou ilo lerei ai ki nau tolu. Hei kai te tautori kārepi, motori fiki, mea fuwao tala. Ilong hakau lerei, o kune fua aonga. Ka ilong hakau tamaki, o kune fua kovi. Hei kai fua kovi ha fua kau o kumoi lerei. Pea hei kai fua lerei ha fua kau o kui kai mo ui lerei. Ilonga hafua kau o kui kai fua lerei, o pau ke tā ia o tutu. Ko nau ngāhi fua, te mo ilo lerei ai, ai kau palo fita loi. Whawhetai o e pongbongin, haerea, e tahi ne kuini, ai Hungalu o pea, ko e whakata, ke tataki, ai ka inga, mo i kakai katoa ku mea mai, he halau whāsi i, he halau tau ki he wani. Tā poi kina mai whakataha ngani, tuke fotua i e langi o e awhiona. Wa whai tamai mo e alo, mo e laumari e maoni oni. Amen.
Whawheta i e lotlelei kua whahoko he whaiwhekau o ka mata ke tau Polokalama ko iai houani. Ko e Polokalama ko e ni o hona whahoko o koe whingawe akia ia wa ngāu e ko ia o e Pasifiki. Pea mo e Polokalama ko ia ai tahine kuini, e ne mā i moa ko ia whahoko ai ngahi ngāwe ofa, pea mo e tokoni ma e kakai ko ia tonga o whiwhilala ve ia i o lava whahoko e Polokalama ko e ni. Before I head on to what we have in front of us of the program, the village of Pea, which we are at, in terms with customary, we have Nahokonga who will conduct the welcoming, and that's to welcome you ladies and the purpose here before we continue on with our program. Once again, our program for this morning is brought to you in partnership with Her Majesty's charity, which has made this event possible. So, Lord, before I get you to conduct the welcoming, I will have Nahokonga perform the customary welcoming to you this morning. Malo.
Ke he kono whahoko e whakatau kei o e Polokalama e salutiswha, ka koko atu pe a e toenga o e Polokalama.
Tapu moe a fio e o tua mafi. Holo ko Hungalu o Pea. Whakatapu atu. Tahine Queen Nanasi Pau'u Tuku'aho. Lau maari e ke pongpongin. Whakatapu ki a Emily Luan. Ka uma Cassandra Vaea mo hoi ke whonua. Tapu tau mo penu. Tapu he ofisa kolo. Siulai tahi. Ko whakatapu ke kau ngāu e ofa koe ni ki he kā inga o lawa kā he pongi. Pea ko kore ke hufanga pe mua he whakatapu. Whonua mo e lotu. Ka tā ke he motu atuani, ke whaha tari o ki moutoru kotoa pe. Mai tahine kuini, i he pongini. Ko e pongi whakakoloa eni, ki he Hungalu o Pea tahine kuini. Ho, ha e rea, ho ka e ngā he pongini. Ko e mooni. Ko e Polokalama ko ni whakaofu. Ko hono teu i ai tangata tonga, pe ko e tangata Pea mo e tangata houma. Ke mateu, ke a hiki whonua me i tongani. Ki a whonua muri. Pa ko e mooni. O kuei hono ngahi pore ona. Hange koe Polokalama e pongpongini. Wha more, pe tau mo e penu. Whakakau e motuania koe Polokalama nia koe. Polokalama pe ahahavea. Nei kamata mi houma. Koe ni koe ka ai ngai no la waka. He pongpongini. Polokalama ni ahahavea. Malo e ofa ka unga aue. Ke ka inga o ahahavea. Ke teu i ki mautolu, ke mau mateu. Mateu e tangata ki hiki whonua, ki ha whonua o kufo'ou, ono atakai, ko ono ea. Ko e mea ke he mea kotoa pepe, ko pau ke mau mateu ki ai. Ko e mea pāngo peka ngā au e kumouto mui mai ku mautau moitua nia mo ofisa kolo, mo tau mo e penu. Ke kau he Polokalama koe ni. Ka te mau tokoni lahi, ke hono teu i hako tupu ho mau koloni. Ki he teu hiki whonua koe ni. Ko osi ai pe, ai ngahi whaamiri hufanga he ta whakatapu, tahine kuini. Ko foki mai ia me inu usila. Ai tamai, mo whae, mo whanau. Ko i kai mateu ki he hiki whonua koe ni. Paka ho maulawa mai he pongpongini o maulau ko e fukoloa lahi au pito e ni mautolu. Ke mau mateu teu. Oku moone, ko e mau e whainga maarie, ku maulau monua e maulau tāpua ke kia whamiri, kune mau hane lulu pia monu ia ke hiki ki nuusila. Pea koe ne hiki whanua pe koe ki nuusila, ne ke mateu ia ke mo ui ai. Koe ke ia ha mea ia koe whetoko ni aki ikai, ko pau ke te ngā aue, pea ko pau ke te mau ha taukei, koe lahi ange te taukei ngā aue, koe lahi ange ia e whainga maari e ke mo ui. Pea ka pau e si e taukei ngā aue, ki te apia. Pea u whae whoki mai. Ko ia u whae tari lerei ki moitolu ka ngā aue he pongpongini, ka Sandra Vaea, moho kulupu, ke tokoni e ka ainga taine kuini. Te mwe hau o tonga, tupo uono, ka koe lavaka. Mau whakawheta ia he pongpongini, he mau whainga maari, ke mō lava mai o whaiha tokoni. Tahine kuini, mau fia ofisa kolo tau mo pe. O to ho. Ha erea pongpongine Hungalu o pea. Ke lau maali e lele i pe. Pe mau whakawheta i ai. O pehe ki rea taritari. Moe ke teki mo tolu ko toa pe. I he pongpongine o whakitau mau ka aho ngā ui lele. Moha. Tuku mai hangahi whaunga, whoo mo totonu ke mau whoo ai. Ko uhi koe hiki whanua o hui ai mo ui e taha i e whanua whoo. Pehe ki rea o taritari tua o whātu.
Lea taitaria na whahoko ia nā hokonga.
Whamalo he rea tautari na whahoko ko ia nā hokonga, I hono tautari e tahine kuini, kau maak mō tolko toa, pia mai kau ngā ue ko ia kunau lava mai he howani. Hange ko ia ko e lea tautari na whahoko, ko e whainga maari e ko ni uhaha molofia, ka koe awhio hene e tahine kuini, o whamahino mai kia ki taua tonga, a ene mahu inga ia I he kaweinga ko ni, ke toko nii pia mo teu I hono kakai, ko ohia ko ha hik whanua o whahoko. Te oatai pe whakawheka mō tolu ka pau mō kei mea mai I he retio, Valfit.5, kai pehe ki he live stream o kata, ko e holo ni Hungalu o pea, o whahoko atuai e whahoha a koe ni, pia a whiu hene tahine kuini o tonga, ke whakamahino ai mō koi hono whinangalo, ke teu I hono kakai, ko ha hik whanua. Kei o te whaloloa te whahoha hene ki he kaunga ue o nau lava tonu mai, ki whahoko atua whakatau kei. At this moment, I'd like to call on Loa Tuia, one of the staff who are here to introduce the program and talk more about it. But just a recap of the welcoming that was just presented there by Na'ahokonga of the Pea community was to welcome you both, you three actually, your staff that are here on behalf of Her Majesty and the people of Pea and the people of Tonga. And also just a recap on how important and the significance of your purpose here is to Her Majesty and the people of Tonga. It's no small feat moving to a new country, trying to be established and starting a new life for families. So your purpose here is very much welcomed and we take it to heart and we welcome you all. That's a recap of what Na'ahokonga had just presented. But now I ask Loa Tuia to please conduct the welcoming. Malo.
Kai ke heo hange koe na e whamatala koe salotis wha, koe taha kau whlau mai ko Loa Tuia.
Malo elelei, and welcome everyone. First of all, I want to give thanks to our Heavenly Father for allowing us this day. I also would like to acknowledge first Her Majesty Queen Nanasi Pau'u, and her charity. Thank you for your support on our first pre-migration seminar in Tonga. We are honoured to support Tongan families as they prepare for their journey to Aotearoa, New Zealand. Thank you everyone for being present here today. We appreciate you taking the time to attend this seminar. By being here, you are already taking an important step to preparing yourselves and your families for life in New Zealand. We are Pacific Settlement Services. We are also in collaboration with Siulai and the Queen's Charity, and this is our first time here in the Kingdom of Tonga. So we thank you for allowing us this space. We would like to thank you, the village of Bea, for allowing us this beautiful hall to establish our first seminar of many here in Tonga. We encourage you today to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. Moving to a new country brings many changes and new experiences. Some things may feel unfamiliar, and that's okay, but we encourage you to ask questions, take part in the discussions, and be open to learning. The more prepared you are, the easier your journey will be in New Zealand. We hope today's seminar gives you the knowledge, the confidence, and the practical information that you need to succeed in Aotearoa, New Zealand. So we thank you once again for taking your time out to attend this seminar, to be well informed and prepared before you make the move to Aotearoa, New Zealand.
Kia ora, Talaflama and Maloilele. We will introduce ourselves later on in the program, but my job is to get you ready. So if you are here today to prepare to move to New Zealand, especially those who are going to live there, today is about getting you ready. So we're going to start right from the get-go. We will like to invite you all to stand, to come and gather in a circle up the front here. No one stand behind no one, everyone stand in the circle. And we would like to get to know you. So your name, your village, and what brings you here today. And it's okay if you're not going to New Zealand anytime soon. We know that the age for especially residency is 18 to 45. But what I'm grateful for is that mums and dads are here today, because it's the mums and dads that can advise the children accordingly. So I believe after today, young people will start to flock, because they will hear how we try to get them ready, or how we will teach you to get your children ready. Yes? Yes. So I'll say it in English and you're going to... yes.
Whatulo atu tahine kuini. Ko ta mua whoke I heni e kau ngawe koe ni kono teu teu I ho tau kakai, ki ha hik whanua ki no sila. Pakunau whaka amu, koe whaunga te tau ngawe aki pē, ai whaunga koe o ka whaiwhai ange ko tau hik whanua ki no sila. Pea tapo ange whatulo ma tahine kuini, koe whaunga koe e ngawe aki koe he ahoni, o ku workshop whoki, aia o ku lele whakataha pe hei kai ke mō tangoto ai pe ho mō tangoto anga, e iai ai ngahi whaunga ki he kehe e ngawe aki, pea ku osi whakaata mo whakangofua maini he tahine kuini, ke whakahoko eni. Ai koe kore mai o ka hiri pe eni, ke mō lava mai pe, ki mua heni, o half a circle mai pe he. Pa koe kole, ke mō whakawhi iloaki mō tolu, ho hingoa, tau mai wheitu ke hao mai ai, mai uhinga o kuke I heni ai he ahoni. Pea koe kore mai ai tua taha ngawe koe ni, koe whaunga koe te tau ngawe aki, ko pau ke tau lea whakapālangi. I he tau mua, ka tau ka hiki whanua ki no usila koe taha ia ngahi vai anga tau kakai, tau natula mā, pakai ke tau fierea, pa tau puke puke pe e tau ki i ilo, ko uhinga ko e tau tue wakawakai holo ke atakai. Ka koe tahaine ngahi natula o whakaamu e kau ngau e koe ni. Pe koe hae tūkunga e te ki i ilo, mo e te ki i mau i helea whapitania, ko pau ke te mau e loto lahi whi unga, ke te lava o whakawhi loaki ki tau. Hange nei haki i tau kei, pa haki i whaunga o ngau e aki. Koe ene pehe, ko kore atu ke mau kātaki o lava mai ki mua pe, o fua poto poto whakakonga hake he, ka e kamata e nao, mau lava mai pe he mea mau kātaki. Tau whakawhaingo fua pe, ko osi whakango fua he tahine kuini ko toa ai ngahi whaunga koe ni te tau ngau e aki. Ko lawe i pe, ko uhia ko e tau whahinga toonga whakawhanua, o kaha molofia, ka ko uhia ko e whainga eni, ke tau mateu teu ka tau ka hikfonua ki nuusila kai ngā tonga. Pea neongo koe nihia tau tolu tau pehehi ke tau hikfonua tau tolu, te tau lava toko ni atu ko tau kāinga mo e tau whanau te nau hikfonua, e tau ki ilo mo e tau ki tau kei koe mau aho ni. Koe ko kātaki o kore atu, mo lava mai ki mua.
Polokalama koe ni, ka koe uinga ko whauwhoki i e polokalama ako. Pea hange koe ko kinau tolu ko nau lava mai koe ki he holo Hungalu koe o pea koe ngahi ilo pea moe tāna ki te nauhanga o whakahoko e mato aki tokoni au pitoia kia te kamoutolu hono kotoa. Ka ko whaamwhoki koe ngā ki hono whakatau ki koe o e Polokalama nge koe ko tautou whahoko mai mea sa lote siswha. O ko hoko hatu ki hono
Koia mō kātaki mai pe, o
whakahoko mai e taha kotoa pe kono introduce a ki nau tolu o kunau kau mai ki he Polokalama. Kai ke he, koe Polokalama mau inga whokien.
Okay, so don't be scared. If you have little English, that's okay. Because when you get on the aeroplane, once you stand on the Air New Zealand, a beautiful lady, she's going to say, would you like chicken or would you like omelette? And we want you to go, chicken or omelette or chicken and omelette. Okay? So feel free to use this as an exercise to get confident. Yeah, malo. So I'll start. My name is Mandy Sitia Momoisea. My village is Sapoe Whatoia, Samoa, Avondale, Auckland, New Zealand, and I'm here today to get you ready.
Thank you. My name is Mui Mui Folau Kisene Fotu. I am staying here in Bea, and I am 41 years old, and I have beautiful kids to stay at home, and I'm very appreciated of you guys to be here today, and I'm very happy to participate in this opportunity. So I would like to say thank you for all of you to being here, and I didn't know why I'm here, but someone invited us to be here, and I have to listen for what are you doing, and need to listen for what you guys supported us today. So thank you for joining us. Ofa tumbalo apito.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. My name is Meliame Anau. I'm staying here in Pea. My husband working for the king. We're staying in Maimoa. So, and I'm working for the King di Pea Kinti. So I'm so excited to be here together with you guys today.
My name is Otoota Fifita from Nukunuku. I'm 71 this year. I come with my daughter because she wants to move to New Zealand. That's why I came here and joined our party this morning. Thank you very much.
My name is Iniwa Fifita. I come from Nukunuku. I got lucky in the Pacific Access category, and my application is still with the Immigration New Zealand. So I'm here to listen and learn something from you guys. Thank you for coming. Let us know what to do. Thank you.
My name is Tonga Boy, and I'm 50 years old, and I'm interested in the Pacific Settlement Support Services, and I'm interested in that omelette. Thank you.
Hello, kia ora. My name is Soane Tahi, and I'm 20 years old. I came here today because my dad over there, the officer over there, told me to come. Then after hearing you guys introduce the theme and stuff of the seminar here, I'm kind of interested because I'm planning my going back, try next year. Just want to see if maybe something here can help when I get there. That's all. Thank you.
Tulo, Your Majesty. Hello everyone, my name is Oliveti Ukiviola. I'm 32 years old. I'm not looking forward to going to New Zealand anytime soon, but this is a great opportunity to learn. I'm one of Her Majesty's staff, so we just wanted to sit in and learn a little bit if we do want to go out there, and this is a great opportunity for us to broaden our horizon if somehow we do want to go. So thank you very much.
Tuloa te whaituna. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Eliza Netuakava, and I'm 25 years old. I'm looking forward for today's program, and I can't wait to hear more news, ideas about moving to New Zealand, and hopefully me and Oli could move to New Zealand sooner or later on. Malo opito.
Thank you. My name is Ilaisane Halaleva. I'm living at Bear. I'm a real mother with 8 children and 5 grandchildren. We are all staying here in Tonga, but we wish I like this opportunity if somehow one of our children will come up to New Zealand. But we hope so, and we thank you for this opportunity to so that encourage us to try to come over one day. Thank you.
Hello, Peter. Thank you. My name is Meleanaf Memonga. I live here in Bear. I'm 57 years old, and I'm glad to be here with you. Thank you.
My name is Catalina Motuliki. I'm 54 years old. I stay here in Pea, and my job is me and my husband taking care of this beautiful hall. I'd like to come here today and listen what you talked about us. Thank you.
Malo Lele. My name is Teresia Tahi. I came from Pea, and I'm 19 years old. The reason I came here is my dad told me to come because it's the town officer. And I also want to plan to continue my study in New Zealand and find a job to help my family. Thank you.
Malolele. My name is Sintalela Viatupu. I come from Malapo, and I'm 49 years old. And my kids was born in New Zealand, but no opportunity. So that's my first daughter to explain.
Malolele, as my mother stated that we were all born in New Zealand, and I'm the oldest, and we came here since 2016, but we haven't found any other opportunities to migrate back to New Zealand. We're lucky to have this opportunity to see if we have another opportunity to go back to New Zealand. Malopito.
Thank you, everyone. My name is Sela. I came from Sopu. The reason why I'm here because I was selected at the Pacific Category Residence Visa this year. So I came here to seek guidance and assistance in finding a job offer in New Zealand. Thank you.
Malolele, everyone. My name is Magalita Latiume Paholo, and I come from Manuka. And the reason why I joined this seminar today because of the inviting. Our family got a lucky pilot today throughout this year, and when I got inviting for today, I was look forward to join it because here in Tonga, everything is easy. But we just look forward when we moving on to New Zealand, how life going on there. Malo Albito.
Malo, my name is Lisiate Eukarit Pahulu. I'm 36 years old. I come from Manuka. She's my wife. I'm staying in New Zealand before, I already have the permanent resident visa. But I'm the only child. I came here to Tonga in 2019 to look after my mom. And I stay here over 2 years and my paper is expired. And now I'm look forward to go back to New Zealand with my wife. Hello.
Malo, my name is Thomas Tamoipen. I'm 43 years old. I'm living in Pea. I'm happy to join this program. Thank you.
Hello. My name is Siulai. I'm a Pea town officer. I'm 60 years old. And I thank you to join us to the program for today. Thank you.
Malo, I am a Finau Hufanga. I'm also known as Nahokonga. It's a tauhifonua for Lavaka in Nanasi Pau'u Tuku'aho. I am 75 years old. I think I'm the oldest guy in this meeting, and I'm happy to support this program to prepare the migration of Pea people from Pea to New Zealand. That's why I'm here. I'm to support the program of migration. Thank you.
Malay, my name is Vriami Lopseni Vao. I am a retired man, Whaiwhikau. I live here in Pea. I am 74 years old. I come here to say a prayer for this meeting this morning. Thank you.
Tolowatu. My name is Toa Filimaunga. I'm from here. Actually, I am a teacher here at the Salvation. I'm here to support Cassandra for this program. Thank you.
Fatulowatu Taine Queen. Greetings to you all. My name is Cassandra, and I'm here to assist you, ready to move to New Zealand. Malo.
Fatuloa tahine kuini. My name is Charlotte Sisfa. I'm here to support Her Majesty and also my best friend here, Cassandra, in the purpose of why you are here. I'm very interested in this program. I don't think I will be moving to New Zealand, but my children are growing up in New Zealand. They go to school in New Zealand, and I would like to seek opportunities for them. So just being here and listening to everyone here, everyone has a different story, and it's something that tugs at the heart. So thank you for the opportunity.
Malo, my name is Loa Tuia. I come from Sava'i, Samoa, and I was born and bred in Auckland. And I am here to see you go to New Zealand.
My name is Lusana Luani. I'm here for the Queen's charity.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, Malo, please feel free to have a seat. Or do we? We don't want to miss you out. Yeah. Okay. Okay, thank you very much for that. It looks like no one here is scared at all. There's no one in this room that is scared. So, as I go through the program, please feel free to stop and ask for clarification. I will do my best to speak slow, not because you're not intelligent, but because we really want to make the information clear. Okay, so you probably, thank you for your trust. Thank you that Her Majesty the Queen has had a discussion with us. But it's very, very important that you understand who is behind the service and how we have come to this place. The reason why, I have to be honest, in New Zealand there's a lot of scams. There's a lot of our own people that will come and try and charge money and try to make some fast money. So we are very proud to be able to introduce not just us today, but also the team that backs us and the communities that back us, and so that you feel secure that you are in good hands. So forgive me if you can't see the slide back there. I will just very quickly take you through who our board members are and what they have done to contribute to New Zealand. Every one of these people are Pacific Island descent. Only one Palangi in our team, and I will explain why he's on our team. So the first board member we have is Judy Mataia. Judy is the head of housing at Vision West Community Trust. She is responsible for putting, vulnerable families into emergency housing. She was a board member for SSPA, Te Pai Ora, Ministry of Social Development or Social Welfare, as well as ProCare. Judy is also the former CEO of the Applicants Trust for Women and Charities in New Zealand. It's a big trust, much like the Queen's Charity in New Zealand. They go and help, really help, not just Auckland, but all across New Zealand. And she is very skilled in policy analysis. She is very much involved with crisis intervention and program evaluation. Judy joins our team not because we were looking for someone technical, we were looking for someone who understands this journey. So her parents moved to New Zealand in the 1960s, and she, like us, learnt from home before we learnt from the classroom. Dr. Melanie Lilomayava Nielsen, she's a postdoctoral research fellow with the Centre of Pacific Health and Development Research. Her thesis was around aging Pacifica. She is a member of the AUT Centre for Active Aging, as well as dedicated to supporting older adults in living well in New Zealand. So she has the research and she has the practical proof and evidence to prove how Pacifica can live to 75, to 85, some 90. And I just want to add quickly, the outcome of her research was that she found all the people she spoke to and surveyed, the majority of our Pacifica that was still living past 80 were still reading the Bible, and they were still meeting communally with community. So that's some interesting research from Dr. Melanie. Pulu Rees Altangawaya, he is of Samoan descent. He's the current chair of the Otara Papatoi Local Board. So majority or a lot of our Pacifica moved to Auckland, and this man is actually one of the community leaders in South Auckland. He's also got a strong background in law. He was the former legal counsel for healthcare in the healthcare industry. He also has a wealth of experience in research, corporate law, and commercial civil litigation. He holds a Bachelor of Laws, so this man, not only is he a community man, he makes sure we do everything by the book, because compliance is very much important to us as a charity. And then finally, the Pakiha man. Why is there a Palangi man in our team? I said to this man, I don't want this charity to be focused or relying on funding, because most organizations in New Zealand, they focus on grants from the government or grants from all sorts of charities and trusts. Now, right now, we are funded by trust funds. We are. But I brought this man on our team because he's one of the most successful businessmen in New Zealand. He sits on 14 national boards in New Zealand. And if you watch TV news in New Zealand, you'll probably see him on the TV a lot. He writes a lot of editorials. He was also the Te Whatu Ora CEO or chairman. And he said some things that didn't quite meet with the government, and he actually lost his job to another lady. But he's currently the Chancellor for AUT. He still sits on the power boards and tourism boards. And when New Zealand needs an answer, they go to this man. And he, thank the Lord, he sits on our board. He serves on our board because what he really feels, he grew up, I think a rich man. He grew up with a lot of money, and his father was the first general manager for BNZ back in the 1980s. But what he found is he grew up on a farm with lots of Māori, Pacific, and he really has a heart for the Pacifica community. So he joins our team because we have a goal that we will be able to be self-sustainable as a charity. And that means we're not going to want to rely on funding. He's working on projects like housing projects. He's working on things that's going to create income to continue this work long before I leave. Okay. That leaves us with the beautiful people in our team, the face of Pacific Settlement. We're joined here with Loa, and just so again you know that Loa didn't just jump on the plane and decide to come and holiday in Tonga. Loa's background is very much involved with banking. She joins us as a senior coach. She knows all too well what it takes to settle well in New Zealand. Loa and her family brought in a lot of migrants back in the day. Some other, but mostly Samoan. And the success story that Loa has is they were able to support a man named Perema Leasi, Reverend Perema Leasi. He moved to Porirua. There's a street named after Reverend Perema Leasi because he made available social housing to many Pasifika in Porirua. He also received the QSM award for his services to the community, and that man was supported by Loa and her family. So of all the other accomplishments Loa has, she was responsible as the Internal Investigations Manager for National Security, Programs Manager for the Bank of New Zealand. She was responsible for making sure that every ATM machine in New Zealand was balanced and no money missing, from the top of New Zealand to the bottom. So she obviously joins us because of her integrity, her honesty, and her ability to account for money. I'm not going to talk too much about my background. What I would encourage you to do is stay in contact, and then you'll get to know me over the years. We're just going to leave it at the fact that I'm an expert with credit management. I know how to help people grow their money. I know how to get people out of debt, because this is what I did as a job for many, many years. I know all about interest rates and anti-money laundering and how you could get into trouble if you don't look after your money management. And then we have the beautiful Cassandra, whom you already know. But maybe you don't know that Cassandra is a highly experienced and reputable professional with nearly 3 decades of experience in executive administration, public relations, and management. She has worked with state-owned enterprises and private sectors, both in Tonga, now that we know, but also in New Zealand. She is currently the executive and board support to Siulai, whom I will talk about shortly. But her background is in strategic communications and public relations. And if there's anything that we've seen in this 1 week of being here, she is definitely a public relations person. And finally, I must acknowledge and be transparent, well, who funds this charity? We went to every government agency when we first started in 2019, and there's just so much that needs to be done in the Pasifika. So a lot of the money, when the National cut the funding, everyone's fighting for funding. So we were very quick, because we're corporate-minded. We said, well, no then, let's go and find a company that made all their profit through the COVID. So we went and found Fisher & Paykel. So they are a company in New Zealand that made lots of money through the COVID. They made all the breathing, all the machines. And when they made their profit, they set aside $20 million to put back to the community. And part of that $20 million, they wanted to help Pasifika. So when we came along, we said, we want to help Pasifika too. They saw that the way we help Pasifika is different from all the other 200. We were selected out of 200 applications, and they fund us. They started funding us back in 2023, and they still fund us today. Foundation North, Community Matters, you might know them as New Zealand Lottery Grants. We have J.R. Mackenzie, Tyndall Foundation, strong Christian family in New Zealand. They own the Warehouse Group, No Leeming, big companies in New Zealand. They too have a foundation. They support us. And then we had a question in one of the villages, do we work for the government? No, we do not work for the government. But the government does fund us through the MB program. We are contracted to welcome new migrants into New Zealand. So that's how we work with the government, through the Ministry of Business, Innovation and Employment. And then finally, we work with Siulai. And this is where I get really excited, because this is how we met Cassandra in the first place. I know I'm Samoan. I know I'm born and raised New Zealand, but I also understand you need a Tongan to help settle a Tongan. The Samoan can settle a Tongan better, Samoan better, and a Fiji to a Fiji. So we have a relationship now with Siaola Waiwhanua Methodist Mission. They deal with the hard cases, people who have lost, they got no home, they got no money, they got no food. That's who Siaola looks after. And we now join them to say, hey, Siaola, maybe if we get involved early in the process, people won't be falling into hardship. So we are now working together and we're very glad to be supported by them. And Her Majesty, the Queen, Nanasi. I would like to apologize in advance because I do want to be authentically me when I say I'm not just saying that this Queen loves her people. I've spent some time with her this week. I've heard her heart in New Zealand, and I absolutely adore that she loves her people, namely the young people. So if you're the few that's sitting here that's from the 18 to 30 bracket, she cares about where you end up. Now, most leaders of a country will probably say, no, stay in Tonga, make Tonga great. Yes, she wants that. But she's so invested in making sure you're ready, that Tongan people are ready, that you don't feel scared when you move to a new country, that you will be supported by people who love God and love people. I'm just going to finish our introductory now before we get into an exercise by saying this. When Abraham was called by God to leave his comfortable home, it was not for no reason. So if you are called to go to New Zealand and you get, I don't like the word lucky, if you are blessed to be picked in the ballot, if you were there and for whatever reason you came back, don't give up going. If it is a call from God that you leave your comfortable home, because why? Your children's future is at stake. And secondly, we rely on you to help our families back in the islands. Those are the two things that we know. That's the only reason why God would call you out of this country. And for those who do not get into the ballot, you have been called to stay, do well in this country. Because we can't all go to New Zealand, but we need both in order for Tonga to grow and be elevated even more than you are today. We need you to be at peace, to stay, to support, and to help those who are gone over. By alleviating the pressure, give them a year to find their feet, to get settled. Because what we've seen, they will be stable, they will want to come back, they will want to help the families when they can see you're supporting them from home. And young people, especially young people, oh yeah, you're going to be met with a lot of temptation. You're going to be met with even racism. And you're going to be met with people telling you you're not good enough, because we live in a palangi world in New Zealand. So remember why you left. If you've got a real calling from God as to why you're going to leave this beautiful paradise, it's because, like Abraham, you've been called to do something, not to do nothing. So I leave you with that. I don't want to be preaching. It's really dear to my heart that we know that settlement doesn't just happen over there. It also requires our families here to support when our families go across or go aboard.
Tupe mo ke ki tokoni ono whamala ala tu ai mea na e vahe atu ki ai kaunanga koe ni pia mei he tawhaaki na nau lava mai mi ai. Ane ne whawhailoa ki atu e nau poate, ai a koe poate koe o nau whotuutuu pia o whakamalmalu ai kautaha pe koe nima ngā ue koe ni ai pureanga. Ko nau tolko nau kau he poate koe kakai tau kei me he ngahi mala e kehe. Pea i ene whamatala, ko nau tolu koia he poate, me ngahi mala e kehe o e tawhaaki koia ki ngahi nofoanga anu sila, wai e me mipa poate ai. Ka koe katoa kau poate, koe kau Pasifiki kotoa, koe toko taha pea i koe muri. Pea koe whakakau koe, hono whakakau mai e muri, i he nau whakakau koe ngahi sino kotoa pe, o plahi e whakawhalala pe ke pureanga. Tau hangataha kotoa pe, ke tō mai ha momo mehe pureanga. Ai kona whakaukau nā tōlu koe hainai ha sino ngā aue, ke ne ngā aue i ai fui whakaukau koe ni. Ke oa te nau noftaha pe i he sio ki he pureanga hange koe sino kotoa pe. Aina na o mai rewa e nau tōlu e tama mūri, koe pālangi pe taha ukau he poate, koe tama pisi nisi tuu maari e ia anu usila. O kau i he fui whakakaukau, o ku hau e toko taha koe ni, mo ne tau kei pisi nisi, mo ne tau kei he malae koe a kene lava, o whakatupu hapaanga mo ha whakakaukau o keheange pia mi he tari pe ke tō mai hapaanga me pureanga. Sai i he whakakaukau tatau na nau pehe, koe hānai ha tawhaaki pe ko ha mauanga paanga o i kai ke tau hangataha pe ke pureanga. Na nau nofo lewa o whakakaukau i ko hānai ha kautaha na e mau hade paanga na pe na e whakatupu paanga e lolotonga taimi COVID-19. Na nau wai ke kautaha mahal ko tui ko ngotolu kotoa o kwai peha mau ilo whelawe i pia mo Fisher and Paykel. Ko ngai kautaha ko Fisher and Paykel o nau ngahi aisi, o nau ngahi sto, ngahi nau whare pehe, kautaha tu maria au pito Fisher and Paykel. Nau lawat nau toke Fisher and Paykel mo nau fui whakakaukau koe ni, ke whakotuu ha waa ngā ue, te nau lawa toko ni e kakai o atu me he Pasifiki. Ai wate he Fisher and Paykel, lolotonga ai maupaanga e Fisher and Paykel i he taimi COVID-19. Pe he toko ko tala noa na e wha uanoa miliona ia, no usila, to oia he Fisher and Paykel me nau tupu, ke whakafoki ke kakai. Kumi he Fisher and Paykel, koe haa nai ha, koe haa ha fo i Polokalama ngā ue e tokoni ke kakai. Fia Fisher and Paykel, he o atu e ki fo i whakakaukau koe ni, lawe ai nau tolu he uanoa miliona ko ia, aia o whakalele ake Polokalama koe ni. Ka ngata pe Fisher and Paykel, ngā kautaha ke kehe, pia kawai pe pure anga hono toko nia. Ka koe pui toa ne tala noa e tau mua, moi uhinga ko koe na e whakotu wai e whakakaukau, moi lau maarie ke whakotu e wa anga oe koe ni. Uhia koe ongo whewhini haa moa e ni, pia mona ngahi whamiri, na nau whaua pe e whaunga tatau, a hik whanua ki Nuusila, mona ngahi whamiri, pia koe hik whanua whakaongo ongo. O whakawhau pe, na tala mai ha whamiri, hiki mai, si hiki at ko ia whakaongo ongo ai pe umau hanga aue pe i kai. Ia e taimi he mea tamai, alpo ngā aue he, e wahe a koe wahe ku kai ke whauhe whaunga to tonu, wahe atu peta koe koe wahe ia, na e o mai au pa angai tolungi au, at peho te au ia a koe te toi ilo whewhe, he koe ko kita o te whaiwhi tūtaki. Hai koe ngai pui tu a ia i he whakakaukau, ai kulupu ngā aue koe ni, ke whakotuu hasino ngā aue, koe taimi koe e hikwhanua ngā kakai Pasifiki, fie mau ha tokoni koe wheitu ue tuktuki ai, fie mau ha pe tokoni ko ki nau tolo nau iai. Aina e ka mata ai whakaukau, pia me i haa moa, ka koe ni, na wala mai ko uhi a koe whinga aki pia mo i siaola. Tau fie koe tau toko taha tonu koe ni ko Cassandra Vaea, o i he malu o i kau ngā ue koe ni, pa koe i he whakaukau, i he ne whamatala, ko ha tonga pe tene lava o ngoi pa mo ngā ue tonu mo e tonga. Ko ha fisi pe tene lava o whakanofo ha fisi i Nuusila. Ko ha amoa pe tene lava o whakanofo ha amoa. Ko rea to tonu ia ko e whakanofo. Aia o pehea ia e whakaukau ko ia o e ahoni, pa ngā honga ia ko ia ko e tāpuaki o mokoi kia e tāhine kuini, ko ia ko hono kakai. Ne nau whakahoko ai whewholwholai mo e tāhine i Nuusila, pa nau te lava mai ki tonga ni, ko ia mo koi hono whina ngalo ke toko ni i ho tau kakai. Pa koe toko ni koe ni he whakatau kei, o koe ke uhinga pe ke kakai hiki whonua, o mau inga maarie ke mau ai whakakaukau tatau i he tau kakai tonga nofo tonga ni. Ka pau ko hato ki i uhiki hu whanga whakatapu ne mau ai whanga maarie koe ni pa hiki atu. Teu whewhe mo au i tonga ni ke upou i ho ki uhiki. Ke oua tene mau pe whainga maarie he wike ka hau, tō tape he pure lulu ko ure at manatui maa ki se niti ki he rii he sāpate. Ai a koe whainga whakakaukau ia o kua mai pa mo tau pou i e tau whanau mo tau ngahi whamiri ke nau wō o nofo, pia whakanof le rei no usila. He koe nau tau kei, pia mo ianga ngahi whakatotolo. Koe taimi pe koe kua nofo mo whakanof le rei ai a ka inga Pasifiki no usila, tonga fis pe haa moa, koe nau tu le rei pia nau tolu, foki pe na ofa na to ke ngai fonua tau mata ton pe tau kakai ko mo meniti pe na tu le ha fonua I muri he ke osi ho hoi mai ofa ia pa pe he ai lau mari o nga o ko ni thank you.
Okay, we're going to now ask you to come out of your comfort zone again, and we're going to do a little group exercise to really get our senses working. So, we're going to break you up into 4 teams. Sililoa, you're going to go around and she's going to give every team 2 yellow cards. They are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to ask you to select a team captain. Okay, we'll get you into your 4 teams first. The rule though is they have to be all women or all men team. 4 tables up the front.
Ko ia ka takon e vahe pe motol ke po kulupu e fa aia ko e vahe e kulupu kakai fefine pe mo kulupu kakai tangata ko foi kulupu e fa e tokonia pe Cassandra pe mo loa I hono vahe ki motol.
O e uhinga o kulava mai ai e kulupu ko ni me no sila o hange pe koia na mo mea mai ki ai pe hange koia na e to'o ko ngalalahi atu e he totaha whakatau ke e Polokalama
Okay, once you have your team, we would like for you to select your team captain. 1 team captain.
Ai whonga ngā ue mo e poa te katoa ia mo e whahinga mga tuunga na e fofoa ia e whakaukau koe ni ko uhi ko e tokanga pe mo e ofa ki o tau kainga I he Pasifiki. Ka mata e kinau tolu ko e kainga me I Haamoa ai ni ko tau whanua kaunga api api a mo kinau tolu katoa ia ko uhi pe ko e te I whakakaukau ke whaihano tokonia mo whakaivia ai kainga. Ka pana mo mea lelei pe ke mea nei whamatala ko ia e he whewhine ane nai.
You're going to be having to umpire this game because we don't want anyone cheating. The task is your team captain will come to us, we give them a word, and they have to run back to their team and draw what the word is. But they're not allowed to speak. They're not allowed to use their hands. They can only draw. Just the team captain.
Ko e lao ko ne osi pe ni ko kau kapteni pe toko tolu e lava mai o atu e peni pai o atu mo foi lea ki he kapteni ko e whatongia e kapteni ko a upe o tā whakatata e foi lea ko ia tapke ke to e lea ki ho o kulupu aia ko e foi exercise ia ko e lava mai pe e kapteni aia ko e timiene I kare tahi ko e tāla pe matmatonga ai mui ke whai ngofua e tau activity, So we're just giving them names of the national teams. Oh. At the back.
All right, nice. Okay. Okay. So again, you're not allowed to speak, team captain, but the aim of the game, the rest of your team, is the first team to guess what the picture is. Okay. They win a point.
Okay. Aia ko e whatongia ia kapteni, tapke ke lea, ko e talatpe fo I lea, ko foki pe ki ho mo kulupu, tā whakatata fo I lea ko ia. Pai paule ke whakahaha ki ho kulupu ai fo I lea, ko ai whakatata, ko pau ke nau whenga ke mate I atu ko e haho whakatata. Ko e toki tonu koe ai mate atu ho kulupu ke fo I lea nai o atu, pa lava mai rewa o ngake, Mahino pe ai, yeah. Okay.
So Cassandra and Laura and we will try and help. If the team captain speaks, you're out.
Mana toi e whailao ko la tapu ke lea e kapteni, he? Kone lea pe kapteni, kone wakai at pe nau tolu koe ni whatai au ngai rewa mou timia mou tolu, he?
All right, are we ready? So when you're ready, please send up your team captain to Salote.
Kai ke ko e kamatai ni o e polokalama ko e pe ko hono wa o e polokalama ko pe ange pe foko e ko lava mai akna tolo ko kau team captains ko na to na taki ngahi kulupu ai ko vai vai na tolo ke ngahi kulupu nga ue ko i ke fai ngofua o fo he whakaikiki ko ne whamatala ko e ni ato ko e he whahofonga me no sila ka maafo ki a Salote sisfa.
Do we have any good illustrators?
Polokalama ko e ni pea te utokone atu pe ke tala noa atu o mo tolu ko ia mo mea mai i he Facebooka o mo mui hanga tonu pe ko hi ko e ata.
That's a ikaletahi. You guys got it too? Later, but yes.
This is a portal.
Yeah?
Portal.
Did you guys guess it? Okay. So it's about timing. Yeah? So first round goes to ikaletahi. Well done. But you still get the point.
Turn over the card, second picture. Yeah, bring that card back, turn over, gonna draw a second picture. Change the drawers.
Okay, so I'm going to ask Laura, Cassandra, and Momoisea to go to the groups and stand around there just so that there's no cheating whatsoever. So I'll ask these three to go back to the groups. And the captains will come to me and I'll give them their second word, eh? Remember, there's no talking or anything. Remember, no talking, no talking. Ikaletahi again. Nah, sorry, Ikaletahi came first because I heard them say it first. Okay, 2 for Ikaletahi. Again, I think what comes through is your speed, you know, the need for speed. Well done, Ikaletahi. 2. Come on, Matabatonga and Tala. Pardon?
Pia polokalama ko ni. Ko ko ki whamatala no at pea aku ko hiko mo tolu ko ia mo mui mai i he re tio. He keke tatau ia mo e mahino ko akina tolu o kuna wakai mai ko ki he ata. Kai ke ko e polokalama ko ni. Teu ki whamatala ato pe au no whakaikiki. Pea koe ne lawa pe ki whamatala tu te tau hokat pe tau tolu ia i he Facebooka. Kai hokat e le tio ia ki ha ane polokalama ia a ana ko uhi. He keke fu o maho inga maali e ia o mo whanonga le tio mai. Toko ke ka pau o mo mamata mai i he Facebooka. Koe konga o e polokalama koe ni poka ngau e maho inga koe ngā he kulahi au pito a hono kākā i koe ho tau kā i ngā i no sila. Tau pehe ko hakakai o kuna hiki whanua atu o nofo ki no sila pe ana o whanki ngā ue. Hange pe koe ana e whakamatala koe ane nai ange e Salote siswha. Ta koe koe wahe koe utotonu ke mau he tō taha koe koe paanga e tolunge au. Kai o ange pe he tō taha tā ki ia ai paanga e te au. Ko e kautaha koe nuk nau hau, katoa ngahi mea koe te nau tokoni ai. Ko hono whakamahino o ko whakapapau i ai ngā ue o aloa i ke wahe mo ngahi mea pehe. E whonga whewhelewa hano whakaawa ha a kauni panke ai kakai koia o ko hiki whonua ki no sila. Ko e ha ai ngahi wheituu whai anga whakatau o ko maa ke nau alo ki ai. Kau maa hono ai e nau ngahi IT mo ngahi mea koia. Ko e ha ngahi ngawe anga koe e tuha mo tau mo ngahi tuunga whakaako ko nau lava i koia i tongani. Kau ai ai kumi ngahi apiako ke si a koe e nau whanau ka pau nau ke iki. Pe koe hae le volo koia tuunga whakaako koia. E anga whewhe ha mateuteu a whanki whamiri koia ke lava ke whakahauwhi pe seivi pe whakahu e nau seniti. Koe uhi he te nau rakamata aki e no fototongi pe koe rental. Pe nau hoko atu e lava peke ai ha nau ki i api. O ku nau hanga o wha nau ki i whakatau api a nau tolu. E anga whewhelewa e nau lesisita ke ngai Polokalama tokoni ai pure anga. E anga whewhelewa e nau kau ke ngahi Polokalama whakalakalaka hoko koe me mi pai. Katoa ngai mea koe niko ko ngā peia o ngahi ngā ue koia o ku hauai ai Polokalama koe ni. Hange koe mea neu lawe ke ane nai hange ulahe au pito mea koe nkou tau i loa koe scam e lea whapilitania ai. O valpeku tu haka kakai whamatala mai o koe e nau o Polokalama lulu pa tanak paanga. Te kai ke lava mahina e ua petolu. Ko ka iloa kakai a koe ia. Wa o peki he whakatau hangahi koloa. Wa o ki he ngahi mea koe whakatau api koe. Katoa ngahi mea koe ia. Polokalama wholau moi mea. Ta koe koe ai peki nau tanak paanga. Koe whuki he si aha ilo ki aho tau ka inga. Ai a koe konga mau inga ia oe ngā ue koe ni. Au ki ngahi Polokalama ke malu i mo ui koe ngahi Polokalama e mau whewhe ia. Tai me una oai ki ngai senta ki mo ui mga i whale maha ki. Ma te ok ma mawha au pito a muri. Kaya ngā whewhe ma o hanau whanki kāti. Ke nau lawat mina toto tong peki pāngai ni mama pāngai hongo fulu. E ngā whewhe e nau ilo ko whe ngahi pasi ko ia. Ngai kautaha whewhona ngā aki ko ia i halapure anga. O ko totonu mo ki nau tolu. O ngā whewhe e nau mau whenga maari e hangi ko kautou leke leka. Ki he ngahi whare nofo ka o ko totongi mama. Pek tau ui pea he ni i koe i muri. Koe kakai unau nofo i wheito koe hausingi. Ai koe ngai whare pure anga. O kunau whenga maari e ki ai. Anga whewhe lewa. Hange koe ni ka pau nau ngā ue. Hange peko tongani tau totong tuku'aho. Koe mi wahe ko tau peko tau mau. To ai tau ki tuku'aho. E anga whewhe ai alu ai kakai koe mi tongani. Tai mong mau ai nau ngā ue. Ka nau ilo pau ke nau totongi ki tuku'aho. Mahu inga o pito. He koe paanga koe ia e whoki mai peia. Ke nau ngai whanua taktaha i ngai tokoni ma ngai mea pe. Tau whanongo he whalearea. Hono hake budget support koe whailea whapilitania. Ka koe ngai paanga tokoni koe ngai whanua muri. Ko kau ho tau ka inga ko nau nofo i muri. E tāna ke paanga tuku'aho koe ia. Kai ke he te mautok whakaiki ka te mautok le Polokalama. Whakataha mua ngai whakaike eke i he tau Polokalama o ngongo. Mo tolu koe o mo ke i mamata mai koe i he Facebook a te tau hokat pe ai. Ka koe uhinga pe nia koe ki whamatalat pe koe ngā koe kau whanongo le tio. He koe ki whumahu inga maali e atu. Ai hoko atu koe ni ke konga hono ua. Ka e hokat pe mautolu ma kau Facebook a. Kai malo ko aneti te ufoki a tau ia. Ke toe ngā ngai Polokalama koe le tio. Malo au pito.
Okay. And the last cat from here. Wow, come on. Again, must be another Tongan cat. Okay, the last one is the car. Car. So whose car is this one? Oh, what make and model is that car?
The Flintstones. This is a Flintstones car.
And whose car is that one?
One tire, disqualified.
How do you win and guess one tire car? Wow. And in the last group, there was no attempt. Well done. Well done, everybody. The point of our exercise is this: men and women see things differently. And the reason why we're bringing this up is because the statistics in New Zealand says that young children fail, they're likely to fail if mum and dad do not stay together. So, if you are a married couple, before you go to New Zealand, our only advice is this: if you love your children, if you want your children to do well and be stable, the best chance you can give your children is if mum and dad work together. Now, how does that work? And this is what we've seen with a lot of families that are broken. Dad is hardworking. He's at work, balangi boss, bang, 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 in his ear all the time. He's working hard. His body is tired. And then when he comes home, guess what, ladies? You're like, wah, 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 wah. And the poor man, he's tired. He's been yelled at probably all day. And he does not want to come home to a woman that's going, yeah, not enough money, not enough this, not enough that. What we would say is give him 1 hour to calm down, take his clothes off from work, have a shower, have something to eat. Give him 1 hour to settle from his day, because you don't know what happened in the day, how many stressful situations. 8 hours a day, sometimes our men work for 12 hours a day. And women, we must understand, hold, be patient. I know you got lots you have to say, but just give him 1 hour. That 1 hour can save a lot of stress going forward. And then men, law, where's our law? What law would typically say to our men? Have your hour, but understand, mum, 8 hours screaming children, 8 hours cooking, 8 hours cleaning, and she's tired as well. And this is Monday right through to Sunday. I think the only time we sleep is Sunday after church. But understand that mum, a woman, we talk, we need to just talk. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to fix anything. We just need someone we trust, we love, to talk, to let our, because if you let us talk to you, then we won't talk to anyone else. And I'm going to be honest, women, when our men don't listen and they're not giving us the time, we'd be tempted to go and talk to another man. And women and men, sometimes if the lady's it doesn't matter how ugly or no money, a lady will come and you will want to go because you want peace. Do you understand where we're saying? So to lower if it feels so confronting, but this is probably the most valuable advice for moving to New Zealand, that mum and dad work together, love one another, be patient, work together, especially when the children are involved. And the final thing is you saw how different that cat is from the men and the women. And the men, you draw nice, you're strong, you're like, cat, that's a pen. But women, we're like, and that's okay, because that's how God created us. We women, we look like this, because we look for danger of our children. That's how God created us. I can see Cassandra, and I can see Her Majesty the Queen. But a man, they just look straight. So if Cassandra's here and she says, hi, the man has to go, hi. But if Cassandra says yes, hi, a woman just has to go, hi. Because again, that's how we were created. Our eyes and our brain works that way. So ladies, if a man going down the street and sees a woman that he recognizes, he goes, don't get angry. Because we say, why you look at that lady for? Can't you see she's right there? You know, it's not his fault. He's just going, oh yeah, that's her, yeah. Okay, so ladies, when the man's driving the car, he knows how close the car is. We don't know. The car is over there, we're over here, we're like, slow down. But a man, he knows how to measure the closeness. And then again, it stops all the fights, stops all the arguing and the bickering that leads to your relationship being unstable and then affects the children in the long run. Why do we do this? Because it's the little things that get into big things later on. So we just wanted to share that. Women are different from men, but together you're a mighty force for your children and for your families in here in Tonga. Baftai. Maybe. I think they got it, eh?
Yeah, I feel they got it. Ki toko ni at peko tui, from the reactions, was mahino lelei pe ne talanoa koe na whahoko te moisea. Ai mahau inga ko koe tau moe ki exercise ko ia, ke ne whakaata mai ka tau tolu ai anga i kehe ai whakaukau e kakai tangata, pea mo i kakai whewhine. Pea mi he whakatotolo ko nau whahoko i New Zealand. Koe whanau, koe longai whanau, koe wesia taha koe he longai whanau, me he ngahi api koe o koe ke whakataha ai whae mo tamai. Pako nau whale ia ke te tau tolu kakai tonga, hik whanua ki New Zealand, ai mahu inga ke tau whae taha whae mo tamai. Pea koe ki wahe pena e whahoko mai, ko hia koe whahinga ngau, pa koe ke ngata pei New Zealand, tō ngani whepea whanua, ai ngau e koe a kakai tangata, koe o ngau e hoa e walu, hoa e taha ua, koe whoki mai koe ki api, koe whia mau pehe tangata, tukwata ki hoa e taha, ka alewa ko lawa ki mālolo, lelei mai me fu hoa e walu, hoa e taha ua, ko ia, ka koe au mai pe mātua tangata e api kua hoa, e atu mātole ka kai whewhine, whia mau pa anga ki hea, ko tonga ana e tā mai whae ke anga se nit ki e misnare pa oku hapa, o ngoe motu au te whie huia ki tua he, ka pauna e nof pea ngā au e hoa watolu ia e laka ngehe fo i mea ko koe. Ai koe anga whakaukau i he nao. Pa e taim tatau koe whakaukau, i kai ngata pe i ki mautolu ka kai tangata, ka koe ka kai whewhine, ko si i hoa e, ko hoa walu a koe ngā ue, hoa walu nao tolu mai whanau. Whetangihi api ngahi mea kai whamaua api, fō, hāfua. Ai koe mahu inga koe o e palanisi, I he whakaukau o pehe, ka pau koe ki whie whanongo koe ki he si hua i atu ai koe wahe, ko mautolu ka kai whewhine, whoku mausa ia pe ke maulea pe talanoa pe he taimkotoa talanoa pe. Pa koe anga e whakatotolo, ka pau lewa o koe ki whie whanongo koe ki hohoa, pea ke hola pe ko ia alo whaikawa pe ko o whenga ke avoid ai hanu moi wahe atu koe i api. Te ke aluko whaikawa kai wahe a ka toko taha kehe he messenger koe Facebook a. Ai koe anga ia ko koe oi whakatala noa koe ni ke tau aipe lea mahino Ko uhinga, koe ke uhinga atu ene wahe ana ko pau ke lea mai koe pe pau ke solova. Whia mau pe hataha ke wahe ki ai. Koe kai pe ke lava wahe atu ka koe e kumia hataha ke wahe ki ai. Aia, kono au whangatuku, e maho inga koe ke palanisi, ai whae tamai, kau whakataha I hono puke, ma luta ki whamiri, ko uhia ko hahik whanua whao.
Hello, thank you. Now we're at the end of our workshop, and this is probably this is the practical side of how to get ready, and probably why a lot of you attended today. So, how do we help? How does this charity help? There's two ways that we work with you to settle you. The first thing is first. These are the most important things that you need to have as soon as you arrive. Sometimes we can help you get your IRD number before you even leave Tonga. If you've got a good internet connection and you know how to use logins, we can actually ring and step you through how to get an IRD number. So the first thing is that you need your IRD number. What is that? Inland Revenue or tax number. And that tax number makes sure that you don't get overtaxed. In New Zealand, if you make lots of money, you get a big tax bracket. If you make medium, you get a medium tax bracket, and a small money, which most of you are going to come into the lower income for your first, when you first arrive. We want to make sure that you do not get overtaxed from your employers. If you do not have an IRD number, sometimes you will not be able to work. If your employer lets you work, he or she will tax you 33% because that's the default if you do not have an IRD number. Now, if your boss is good, you can get that refunded, but you wait a whole year for that refund to come back. So the first thing that we help you with is make sure that you have got your IRD number before you even start working. So that's probably what we would do in the first few days of sitting down when we welcome you to New Zealand. The second thing is your bank account. And we strongly advise, do not use the bank account of your family members. You must, and we can help you, organize your own bank account. Up to you if you send it to your family members after that. But do not use someone else's bank account because it's very, very hard to try and release yourself. There's a lot of unnecessary problems that arise when your family or your friend, they get used to your income. And once they get used to your income, you're going to have issues if you try and move your money into another bank account. So we help you. How do we help you? After we do your IRD, we put you in the car and we take you to the bank. And up to you which bank you want to bank with, but we will make sure that your documents are in line so you're not waiting long, and that the bank account is in your name and you hold your bank card, no one else. The second part, these are the most important things that we prepare you with. The next part is through we coach you by our induction seminar. So today is just a light, high level. Who are we? What do we do? But we're not going to go through every detail until you come to New Zealand. And when you come to New Zealand, after we've helped you get your IRD, after we've helped you get your bank account, then we come and we meet like this again in our office in Avondale, Auckland, New Zealand. In that first workshop, that first induction, we start to show you what's in your area. What are the parks in your area? What are the swimming pools in your area? Where is the library? Where is the schools and the medical facilities for you in your area? You're allowed to go wherever you want. Your children can go to school anywhere, but there is enrollment processes that we would have to help you with if you want your children to school outside of where you live, if that makes sense. In that induction also, we go over some coaching around housing. Most of you will probably live with your family, but we will talk to you the importance about moving on within 3 to 6 months. Again, so that you can, the word for us is atinae, or this means that mum and dad can start building their family going forward. If it's too hard because the rent or the board is too high, then again, that's how we help. We can give you your options on how you move on from your family, because there's a lot of stress and strain the longer you stay with your family. Now, if your family's rich and they've got lots of rooms and big houses, you're okay. You don't need to move. You can save. Stay there and save. But it's just the families who, we've seen it, 16 people in a 2-bedroom house. It causes a lot of stress and a lot of pressure. We will talk about employment law, and we will help you. We will advocate for you. We are very strong at making sure that Pasifika people's rights, especially when it comes to annual leave and pay and minimum pay and all your conditions at your job is safe and it's you're close to the bathroom. If that doesn't happen, because again, if the Pasifika person goes there and they don't know their rights, the employer can do anything they want and you will not know. So again, we're there to coach you, and if you're too scared to say something to your employer, we will go in professionally and we will follow the employment law process on your behalf. And we teach you that so you can teach someone else. So we don't want to hold your hand the whole time, but we will show you that and support you to show someone else. And then finally, we look at medical services, talk to you about the general GP, the secondary and the primary health care. I'm not going to bore you with the details right now, but we will show you the difference between secondary health care and primary health care so that you know how to get help to you and your family fast and cost effectively. And other things. We will talk about the government structure in New Zealand, the central government versus the local government, how you have a lot of say in your area, in your suburb, You have a lot of say in what lights go into your community, what safe playgrounds is in your community, how many liquor stores are in your community. You actually have a say in those things. And at the central level, we talk to you about who is national government and who is Labour government, who's New Zealand First. And we also talk to you about the Tiriti o Waitangi and why that's so important to us as migrants. Yes, if it wasn't for the Tiriti o Waitangi, we would not be able to migrate and live in New Zealand. So we will go through that. We do marae visits. We take our people into the marae and have a look around and understand the tangata whenua. We take you to see the beautiful, the Sky Tower, and help you understand how to use the buses and the trains, so you're not always relying on your family to get around Auckland. And we show you around all the Auckland, not the expensive things. We're not going to take you to Rainbow's End. That's too much money, waste of time. But we'll take you to places that are just as good, so that when your families visit from Tonga, there's no pressure to take them to such expensive places, because Auckland has got a lot to offer. Wellington, Christchurch, Invercargill. Wherever in New Zealand you go, it's a beautiful country with a lot of things to do. So we run the workshop, and then for 12 months, we will walk with you and your family. For the first 3 months, we're probably going to see each other a lot. We pick you up, drop you off, especially for the workers, the men. We make sure that you get to your job while we work out your transport. Because if you live in West Auckland and you work in South Auckland, you're looking at 40 minutes to an hour one way in the car. That's not even public transport. So we would love, if you've got a job and you're ready to go, talk to us first so we can work out how you're going to get to work and back. So we will work with you in the first week, one-to-one, one family, and is likely to be Cass and some people from Siulai, to make sure that you've got good transport in your first week of your job. And mums, don't worry, we also would encourage and bring you to the community centre, probably like here, where you can come and learn how to sew, where you could probably learn to get a driver license, where you can learn basic English, so that while dad's working and the kids are at school, we're still developing, the women are still developing. So that's basically it. We run the workshops that are relevant to your stability in New Zealand, and then we walk with you for 12 months. The 3 months is a lot of work, and then 3 to 6 months, we start to back off and we help you. We say, okay, if you want to go, you call me and I'll stand there and you do the talking, but we will help you. And then from 6 months to 12, no one comes back to us. They say, I can do it, don't worry, I'm okay. So that's the goal, is that you feel confident that you can access all the services, that your children are properly enrolled into school, that men, you're a woman, you're stable in the job for the first 12 months, and you're happy, and women, you're busy and you're being proactive, that within a year, we have seen it. A lot of our clients, they climb in their job. They get promoted. Why? Because they're stable, because they're not too stressed, but they're moving together as a family to settle well in New Zealand. So that is basically the rundown of what we do, and I'm just going to fly through our last few slides, and I know it's a long sit, so bear with me, hang in there with me. Why do we do it? Very quickly, 20% of Pacific people own their homes in New Zealand. Only 20. And that's in compared to 43% of Asians that have moved recently to New Zealand. Now we might say, oh, because they got lots of money. No, they come over with just their one job, same as you. You come over with just your one job. But how they go so quickly to own homes, someone showed them. And that's what we're here to do as well. We can actually show you and step you towards owning your own home. The reason why it's important to own your own home, that is where intergenerational wealth starts. Thankfully, if you've got families already doing that, that's wonderful. Their children are going to benefit. But if you're the first one, don't be scared. We'll show you how to get on the pathway to own your first asset. When you own your first asset, you're going to start to build intergenerational wealth for you and your family. It will grow faster than savings and term deposits. There's also a high number of Pacific peoples that are overrepresented in our justice system. There's 14% of all the people in prison, all the incarcerations, 14% are Pasifika, and a high number is Samoa and Tonga. And in comparison, we're only 8% of the whole population. We're a small number in the whole population of New Zealand, but we're a high number in the whole population of everyone in prison. And that is why we're here. We say, hey, we were not born to do crime. We were not born to get into prison. We leave here with the dream and the mindset we're going to do well for our children, and we're going to help our mums and dads that were leaving back in Tonga. That's the goal. That's the aim. And finally, we just want to make sure that we encourage you to be resilient, to know your identity. No, you do not leave your Tongan heritage. No, you leave here as a Tongan. You will always be a Tongan. You were born to be Tongan. But when you, like Abraham, when you move over to another country, you are still Tongan. But you are now learning how to adapt and how to make use of the opportunities that these other countries are offering. But you remain, your core family values, faith values, remain in the home of your family. So that is pretty much the end of our content. We have here, I'm not going to go through this list because it's a long time. I can see here that we are running out of time. It's already lunchtime. But what we have done is at the back of your program, we've just done a checklist, okay? And these are the documents that you should come prepared with. Get the documents here before you come to New Zealand, because there's a lot of time and money wasted when you forget these things and you have to call someone to get the information in. So it's passport, birth certificate, marriage certificate, visa application, get it printed, job offers, your contract with your job offers. So many people do not get it in writing. And when they come over there, they get lost because there's no agreement. If you got a job offer, print it, get it signed, and bring it with you. Any driver license here in Tonga, it's good for 1 year. So your driver license in Tonga full is good for 1 year. If you are not on a driver license and you're a young man or young woman, use the time now. Go and get the license. It's going to help you in the long run. Your CV. Don't worry about your CV if you're worried it's not good enough. There's enough expertise on our team to screen and format your CV accordingly to the job that you're applying for. References, that's a big one. In Tonga, it doesn't matter whether your job is paid or unpaid. Bring a reference, a letter, someone that can attest to your character, to your honesty, even if you don't have skills, if you haven't done skilled work. Honesty and integrity goes a long way with employers in New Zealand. School reports and transcripts for the little ones. Have your teachers write where's their level in maths, where's their level in science. So when they come to New Zealand, they're not immediately put into the elementary classes. Give your kids a good start by putting them where they are skilled. Now everyone's going to need basic English, and that's okay. They don't have to be in a simple class to learn basic English. There is a program called ESOL. There's a lot of bilingual units, but if they're good maths and good science and their language is not great, make sure you bring the paperwork to show and communicate to the teachers back in New Zealand. Training certificates and obviously degrees, everything that you've done here, put it all in this nice pack that the ladies have prepared for you today. Give it to your children if you're not coming, but you've got young people coming. We've put this checklist into the pouch. Can you hold up the pouch, ladies? And honestly, hold everything in one place. So when you're talking to immigration, when you're talking to employers, doctors, housing people, even finance, bank statements, it's all in one place. Passports, bank cards, it's all in one place. So that is really, thank you. At the end of the day, that is pretty much, I know it's long, it's a lot of information. We thank you so much for taking part. We thank you so much, Your Majesty, for sitting through it all. But I'm so pleased that you've heard it now, and you can take it, and you can walk with it, and then spread this information so that your people will be well supported when coming to New Zealand.
Malo koutou ko osi mahuinga mali e pe ngā hilea koe na e whakahoko at koe e momoisea. Ki tāna ki at pe ki ai e nau mahuinga ia pe koe i he tawhaaki ko koe a ki nau tolu. E hik whanua ai pe, koe mahuinga mali e taha ko nau tokanga ki ai. Ke oua te moua o ki Nuusila ho tau kakai e Pasifiki ma kakai tō ngā pa whakamau laloa i tau tolu. Koe ngahi mea mo oni e nia o si hoko. Pea taimi lahi na e kamata ai hik whanua, pea moe tokoni ho tau ngai whamiri i he lau maari e lelei. Ka koe anga pe ia i he ne whakatala noa, e kamata aki pēna te kore hato toko ua, pe ko hato tunga ane. Ai pe moa ke whakahua te ki waheho o panke ka olewa kua mahino, pea whakahu pe, he tohi panke whakahu pe. I he ne tala noa, kua ufukia, kua i whai hua tuia e wahea o vai ke pankea e toko taha koe. Ko te tue peat koe, to'o mai he koko o se ai e ku panke ia a koe, ai ko taimia koe au hoko ai rewa e ngahi wā whakawhamiria. Pa koe uhinga e nau iheni, ke kamata pe e tau hik whanua, pa tau kamata to tonu, nau lava lelei, mahauinga ke aua koe ki Nuusila, koe mua, ai hao whika tax. Koe uhia ke lava he whika tax koe ni, o kei ke kākā i ki tau tolu, e hakau ngā ue, koe ko hingani kakai tonga, hakakai nau iaha nau ngā ue ki kākā i tau tolu pau ke tax tuku hau, pa te mau e te wahe totonu. Nau tokoni pia tokanga ki he nofo a ngā. Lelei au pito ka pau waha tau ngai whamiri, nau mau e whainga maarie, pa mau e mea lava o tuku mai ha whainga maarie nofo. Ka kona o sio tonu, wai ngai whamiri, ko ki loki pē ua, fu toko taha ono ko toa o nofo heni, ka wat ki ai tau tolu hik whanua. E ka mata pē palopare mā, kei pongi pongi. Pea te taimi lahi koe koe whenga koe, ke whakaata koe, ai kau hik whanua atu, ke mauha mo ui toi ki lelei ange, ko ita ngahi whamiri ia, hoko rewa ngahi wā ia ai. E koe nau whenga, ke ka mata to tonu pe, pea o atu ai tokoni to tonu ka te tau tolu, mo te mau tolu, moha tau ngahi whamiri, koe uhinga e nau iai, ke tautou malanga i pe. Taha ngahi meu nau tokanga ki ai, he taimi koe tau hik whanua, pea whia mau ke ririu mo tau tuunga whakaata mai mo e whakaukau, tau hik whanua ki Nuusila, pa tau whai e mea Nuusila. Koe whai whātātā to tonu ne nau o mai, e mahuinga koe ke tau ilo e to tonu e tau whiri, ho tau kautaki o Nuusila, ka pau te hik whanua ki Nuusila. Taim lahi, hiki pē fo i si no ia, mo e whia mau whainga maari e, kei ata mai au tuk pe ia i tonga, te kei lea pe au mo whia pūre atu he whiria a tonga, o koe kia haku kaunga ki ai. Ia tau whaakahua pe he, tuko toka ngā ke wheitu u ke totongi vai ai. Koe whakakaukau ia o mai koe he kau. Hiki Nuusila, pea ako i koe ke ilo mahu inga ho fo i whiri ho kautaki, ka mata pe mi he ki kolo ke iai, vahe whanua, Nuusila, hono pure i whakatoa, oku ia tau tole awhinima, ho tau awhinima ke tau whiri ho tau kautaki. Taimi lahi iau tok hoko peha fu uririu pure anga Nuusila, pea to e whainga maari e Pasifiki, to e whainga maari e ma tau tolu pa tau toki. Pona hake o laulau te volo pa tau hanu, ta koina ke ke ala whiri. Eko ngahi mea ia o tokanga ki ai pa moi ere meniti lau maari e o i ngā ue koe ni. Ka kohono whalukfua ta hine kuini ka o maaki mau tolo hongotoa, ko mauloloa e aho, ko tui ko mahu inga maari e, ai lau maari e, o ko mai aki he ngā ue koe ni, mo kina o tolo klava mai, na nau osa atu pe, ai ngahi mea o fie mau ko koe mahu inga ho mau hik whanua, ki mea kotoa pe tānaki e lai pepa ki ai, ko mūria koe ke lawa whamatalangu tue ke te alato pehat, ko hau ko ngā ue ofa he mau kolo na uwhai e hā mo e hā mo e hā. Kei ke kia haki tohia ki ai, ke whaulala mai. E ko mahu inga ko ngā ue pe maho siasi i whakinga, ko reat ke whaiwhikau, ai ha tohi. Ko reat ke ai mahu ki tohi whaongong lelei, ke uto to almoia, ke talamai, ko toko tawhalala angau he siasi, ko ngā ue he kolo, ko ke ofisa kolo, mai hau ki tohi. Tā naki pa ko nau pēma, koe ke uhinga ia, ko hafu tohi ke pehena ke lava hafu mata i tohi moa hafua. Whanki i mea iki, o tā naki eni ki ho nau, koe toko taha lelei mo whalala anga koe tongani, te ke lava peo o hiki atu mo fo i lelei ko ia. A koe ngahi mea unau tokan ki ai. Whanki mea ako ho mou whanau, na e ako i whē, mai e tohi ko na urunganga lelei ho whanau, e ave aki, pia whaingo fua hik whanua, te nau lava rewa tokoni atu, o atu ngahi wheituu, taim to tonu, mo ngahi mata pā ke toko ni mou tolu. Hono whaluk fua, koe ka kato ia o e uhinga o e Polokalama ko ia o e houani, ki whamalo ia i pēta hine kuini, ko hia ko ene mā i moa, o whai hono pou i, pia mo whakamahu inga e whainga maari e koe ni matau tolu tonga. Are you going to do Q&A? Ko ia. Iyo, ai ko whainga maari e koe ni ukore atu ka pau kaha ngahi whehu i viviri ma te mou tolu na i teike ai ha mea na e whakahoko atu i he ngahi whakatala noa. Ka pau lewa o kuai ha ngahi mea. Are you going to have it on charts? Are they going to present it or? Okay. Io aia koe ngahi sāti koe naka ataki ka pau na ha ngahi e lia pe ko ngahi mea na ake tokanga koe ki ai ho lava mai na i keike whakatala noa ki ai e Polokalama ia koe o e pongpongini ka ataki o kore atu ke mou hiki mai pehe ngahi sāti koe na ko hia ko nau tolu koe ni o nau whai e whakatau kei he. Ai koe konga pene whakama opo koe ia e tau Polokalama. Ka pau mo fia maria pe motol, sai pe moia, ka pau na kawai me umea whakau aki mo immigration, Ka pau kwai hangai mea ok mo whiwhiri ki ai na ke kakato atu he ngai whamatala pongpongini o houani, pau kore ake mo kātaki o...
Okay, so what we learned when we came out to the villages is when we asked, is there any questions? Hardly anyone put their hand up because they were shy. And that's okay. We've got a paper there now. You can write all your questions. Questions around visas, questions around job offers, questions around accessing any services that we've talked about today. Questions about more information. How do you get in touch with us? Whatever question that you have any question around New Zealand or any question around moving to New Zealand and what happens over there, the paper's there. Please come, write it down. Okay, and we will look at it and we'll answer the questions after lunch. So we finished today with a final video to help you understand that you are never going to be on your own. These people migrated into New Zealand in the 1960s, and that's how we've been looking after people ever since. So you're going to move, if you're moving, you're going to move to people like this that's going to help you in the long run. Yes. Please feel free to bring your chair up to the front. That's a good idea.
Ko rea pe, ko unga ko whaosen tau Polokalama. Mo lau mai pe ki mua ko unga ke mo wakai lelei ki he. A whio kia tahine kuini, ko ki whai viti ono no pēni ki he hiki whanua. Hani ihi nai to'o mai ke mo wakai tonu ki ai, pa ko ne ospen ko ne kakate tau Polokalama. Ko ngai sāti ko e nā atape hiki whakatonga, pe ko e hiki whapālangi, ho mo ngahi whehui. Ka koe kore at pe, mala pe ke mo un mai pe mo tōtu, ko ai pe ke wakai kapau mo sio lelei me hena sai pe. Sai pe ia? Okay.
Okay.
They said it was a land of temptations.
A land of complications.
Temptations.
Of temptations.
The point of view of New Zealand, they're doing a good job in New Zealand. If you were to go around various factories, hospital services in Auckland, for example, you will find a great many of the staff are island people. I don't know. It's a question that will be very difficult to answer. I think more and more will want to come. And I think New Zealand is big enough and great enough to be able to, not to assimilate them so much quickly, but in order to give them a home and to give them the opportunity that I think they need.
Newton was known, I think it's still known by others, as their mother church. And what they've done to the Pacific Island people as a whole is really great in meeting the first arrivals to Auckland, because this was the main port of arrival at the time.
I came by the Matua as a ship. It was hard, very hard. I don't know who I turned to. I got two brothers I don't know how to talk to. You know, what I want. I remember I often write to my mum, I got no pillowcases, things like that. But after I stand on my feet and be good citizen and work and think the way our father taught us.
This is Ava's first day. Ava hopes he'll be able to go back to teaching one day, but for now he's in the pupil's chair. There's much to learn about 8-hour days and timesheets, mortgages, bank accounts, and 1,000 other things that we take for granted. He's now part of the large working force of islanders, mostly in unskilled jobs, contributing significantly to the New Zealand
of the migrant dream, Ruia mai I rangiatia. The daughter who was supposed to fill the promise. Hope heavy on my shoulders, I stand on the broken back of physical labour, knowing that the new dawn has been raided. And I wonder, in this blue-eyed world, where I will find shoes that are big enough to fit my wide feet.
Body and mind might be crushed at times. Never let your spirit be broken. It is without a doubt our most greatest weapon. Body and mind might be crushed at times. Never let your spirit be broken. It is without a doubt our most greatest weapon.
I'm going to address you as family. We leave today. After today, we're going to go back to New Zealand. And I'm leaving here knowing that I've met family. What ties you and I together is our Pacific identity. And like the children of those migrants, it happens, it's real. Your dreams for your children can become reality. The Pasifika people in New Zealand are gifted. We are the most hardworking people. We are in the arts. We are in academia. We are in the corporate. And we are in the community service. We are everywhere. The land of opportunity, yes, it is there for the taking. But we as Pasifika need to know who we are. You need to believe that your children will become like them, become like us. Whatever we're good at, whatever God gave us, we can do well for our families and our countries back home. Whawhetai, e whaamanuia le tua ia te outou. I say that in my language because I want to genuinely thank you for your time today, and we look forward to many stories. Maybe we take a video of you and your children up there in a few years' time. Whawhetai malo aupito.
Tahine kuini ka uma ki motol kotoa tau kau whakataha heni I he houani. Ko whiepuka e whainga maari e koe ni ke whafofonga I atu ak nau tolu pia mi he wanga au e koe ni a pure anga. Ki he whanofnofo koe tau kakai Pasifiki no sila. Aina hene aia moi sea. Ka uma a whoki e nau kau ngā we ke whaihono tokoni I ak tau tolu I he houani. A loa ka pe whoki ki a Cassandra. Pea koe a whiohena tahine kuini koe koa me asii, koutui ka pauna e lawe I he kakai toko lahi ai mokoia tahine ki e Polokalama koe ni he kai kei hao whia e holoni. Ka kok tau tolu o tau mau monu ia he whainga maari e koe ni. O takimu a mau pe a whare lahi, pa whokirewa e tau manatu ki he kuohiri pia mohono historia, ko tupo uraki I sene, pea mo ine ha e rea koe whakaamu ha monu ma hono kakai. Tau manatua e tahine kuini o whaina, Queen Charlotte Pautolu, pea mo ha e rea o Britania, pea mo e whakaamu ta tau ma hono kakai. Koe tahine kuini a honi, whawhita e maukoloa, o kwa whio tonu heni ko uhia ko hono kakai, ka kotau koloa ia. Iene pehe, ka ke te whaloloa, ko e lava kakato e tau Polokalama, ko kore heni e whaiwhikau, lopseni, ka take o lava mai, ke lesi e tau whakatahanga koe ni, pea mo tāpua ki I ai pe ai ilo moko moko o e whakatahanga koe ni, ka koe ni kakatoia, pea mo e tua ofa atu, koe kau ngā ue koe ni, ka pau mou whema o hato e whetu utaki ki e hokhoko atu o atape, ka koe ni lava kakatoia malo o pito.
Alo, e tau whakausi. Pea koe kerese aiki ko sisu klais. O whalahe e toa, e moi wheho e lau maari e maani o ni. Ke ia te ki tau tolu ko toa pe ia o tangata. Amen. Tāpua ki ia e o wha. Mauto e whawhetai ki ea Fiona. Ka katoa e whatongia o e ahoni. Ki ia whio e tahine kuini. Ka mai kau whakataha o e ahoni. Koe ni ai mea tō koni ke whakamāmalo ai ahoni. Tāpua mai, ka ilo e tahine. Pea inasi ai mo i whakataha. Fō mai ai hai mau mālo hi ai. Wafa beho loko sisu klais ko mau whakamoi. Amen. Malo.
Pea koe kakato ia o e Polokalama koe ki he houani. Hange koe ana tau kamata mai, talo me kamataanga koe o e Polokalama. Ka koe Polokalama whakatau kei, lava mai ai mei no sila ai kulupo o kuna o ngā ue ki he sino o kune tokonia a kinau tolu o kuhi whanua tō me Pasifiki ki no sila. Koe konga uloaki o e nao ngā ue talo me tau tahiva, talo me tau anoa tahiva. Mo e nao ngā ue whai tokonia ai ka inga ha moa. Pea koe konga ini hono ua ko nao hoko atu ki ai. Koe whiema o ke tokoni ke ka inga koia o tongani. Kulupo na whalau mai mei no sila, kau mai ai a Mandy si tia mo Moisea, kau maa whoki a loa tuia, koe ongo whiwhine ha moa ia o kuna ngā ue i he Pacific Settlement Support Services, koe sino ngā ue ni, koe ngā ue ofa, kau ku tokonia o makatuunga i he Tala City o kune tāke kina e nau ngā ue, pea hange koe koe ngo whiwhine ha moa koe ni, kau lewa ki ai mo Cassandra vaea ia. Ka koe tokoni lahi ki he ka inga koea o tonga. Pea mo e Polokalama whakatau kei koea ko lava a hono whakahoko. Pea mo hono whakakakato. Pea kau mea i kia i akinau tolu me ngahi vahenga. Mo ngahi kolo, mo ngahi community i tongani. Pea koe mea whakawhiawhia ia. E fusikaho e Polokalama mau inga koe ni whoki o ku tau whiawhia ai. He koe uhi whoki o hangepe koea o ku whaike e tokanga koe lava tu koea ho tau ka inga ki no sila. Ka kulahi e ngahi mea mau inga ia ke talatala i whale ki nau tolu ki ai. Pea o ku mau inga whoki e tau whakaukau koe nipa tau pehe e anga whewhe lewa hangi koe kaha u. Mau inga o pito ngahi mea mau inga ke whantoka ngai kina hangi koe ngahi passporti, koe ngahi tohi tau, koe nau tolu kia ma waifi pe huse paniti, koe ngahi tohi mari, koe ngahi fomu ko pau ke whawhonu hangi koe whakaukau e anga whewhe tau alu ko pau pe kia e tau ngofua wholau pe koe visa o ko anga whewhe o na whawhonu ngai fomu ko ia ko wihalewa taimi e tari mea e tau ngahi visa ko e mau ko ia ha ngāwe ko pau pe ki ai ha ngāwe e whakaata mai me ha ngahi kautaha tata ope ngai pot ngā e pule anga pe koe ngai kautaha tautaha ai tau wha ilo tau wha whanongo pe ai o ku tapai kina ko job offer ko ngāwe ko ne mau malie ha feitu ino sila ke na oma whainga malie ngāwe ka kita tokon lahi au pitoia ki ono whakafonu o ngahi fomu ki he mateuteu ko e ki he wholau ko e hai ngahi whakamatala ai ko ngahi whakamatala whakaiki pa koe ola ngahi sivi mo uilelei ko e ngahi le koti au tau ui pe ko e polisi le koti e whie mao le vaia e no sila kene ilo ko tō taha koe no ko wholau mai koe ni o ko whewhea anga hono polisi le koti na ia ngahi hia na ne hanga whakahoko i tonga pe ko o sia ngahi hopo ngai whakailo katoa ngai mea ko ia ko tō taha koe ni u tau hi lao pe ko tō taha mau lao o ko mau inga lewa ke ave mo mea ko tau whanongo pe o ai ko CV ko e hono le koti ia pe ko hono o mea iha Ia whainga whakamatala koe hae ngā ue ko te lawai. Koe hae tōnga whakaako ko te ausia. I CV ko ia. Koe tohi whakamatala ngā ue ia. Pe unanga whakamatala. Ki mua pe whakahau ko interview ko os wakai whapeni iha koe ni. O ia ue ko tō taha koe ni na e ako ia. I he api ako whawhai ako. Pe na ane whai ako ia he kolisi whē. Koe tō he taimini. O kone mau whamiri. Pe na e ia e taimia na e ako ai. Katoa u whamatala ko ia, ko ni hawana me kolo ko whē ia, ko i ngahi poto ngā aue, ko ne ngā aue ai. E fusi Ko ia. Ai maho inga koe Polokalama pēni tau te whito ki hik whonua
Ko ia. Lina whakawhetai lai ki eiki he Polokalama ko ini. He ko lawe i ko Polokalama fo ofo gene ne. Ko whanonga ni me halama. Ko fusikao. Pe au lere. He na e uki ange pe rina he reti o hendi ko au fie kau mai pia na o mai ke whanongo tonu ki ngai mea ko i siu kono palpolema hoko he anga ko e tuku fo o ha family pe ko hiki fo o ha taha me tonga ki muri ki whakatau kei i ngai fo ngā me ngai mea fie mau moi ma te whakata mai whakasosiare ai toko taha ko hiki tonga teke kei tonga pe ka ko pau ke alo whenga e koe ke hanga ke system ai whanua. Ke oa te ke hanga e koe ngai family. O toi whoki mai na kai ke mateu teu pehe. Ko ohi koe ke nao malawa e whainga taa. O hiki me tongani o koe ki muri. Tat whete ki nuu sila. Pako tuia oia koe kau ia fwoi programa lele no toi a koi. Ai kakai tau pehe pe whoko muri pa tau tuha ke pehe whetuku tai whai haki. Tala noa. Teu e kakai. O koe pe whoki e mau ki kau nesi na e o. Ai ku kau ia he ngahi tai ma teu. O lepe ko whoki mai toko ua. He lina whawhetai ke whoki mai eki heke. Toi whai ho nau teu. O ku whakakau hangi koe kakai ngai pure anga pe. Whankilo ngai whanau iki. Man tui. E te ke whuki hea pita tonga hau ke nowhatai. Totong koe ho api hongo mātua. Pea koe ki wahe e whakapoto. He kei hangea koe ni ke te tautou kai whare kai mo ngau e taware pehe, te kei mo he pehe whare. Ai mau inga ke whakapoto. Panga e tola mea kotoa ia. Pako turi mai newe ki tō mui ka lele hanga tōni mai ke wau mama e Polokalama. Pako lau monua e lina te lawa. To e tokone atu ki he community. Tokone atu ki he tautupu. Koe hiki whanua pepe te. Fuu hiki kita o atu kia safa, toi whoki mai, he? Ko ia e ku ki popo te Polokalama le rei koe ni Katalina, whawhetai lai ke eki, bao whātu, malo.
Malo au pito fusikaho, malo au pito. Ko fusikaho whoki o ku tui e ngahi tata ke he. Kai ke ngata pe e whaiwhatongi e whalemaha ki Vaiola. Ka te lawa peo a ahiat ke ngai whitu ke. Kok mau tolu koni kok mau tauhi vai. Hai tu unga kok mau wakai ei ke mau tau leke o ku wa whainga mea hange ku mau sio ki ai. Ka koe whoke whaiha ilo ki ai. Koe telefoni wawe taha peo ke te taat ka fusikaho. Neonga lele hake mei ta whaake koe ta kou kui whea i hahake. Koe taripa fusikaho. Ko pau pe ke ufo atu hena. Malo mo a fusi. Te au ke Polokalama koe pongpaga niu ke iai pea fusikaho. E koutu ia wehe tokone a te kono whamala ala ngai ka venga maho inga koe ni ke kakai tokolahi o e whonua. Kei ke ngata hengi koe mea ne whaalau kia ane nai ange maho inga o pito. Ange ko te whalau ki mori kua o wheito o te ngāwe e tongani. Maho inga ke te alo moha te tohi me te pure ngāwe. Ia hangai mea ku whia mawai te oange tohi koe ni. Hange tohi whakaongongo lelei. Ka wai mo ngahi tohi ripoti te whalau me te ki whamiri ai ke mau e nau ngahi ripoti me nau ngahi pure ako na nau ako ai to ke hanga ki taia wa te ngahi tohi whamoni ako koe ngahi Polokalama e toko ni au pito pa ngai koe ni koe o tau lau koe ki ai neongo tau lofo i tongani pa koe ke tau futu o maari e whewhe whau ka koe ai a tau whanki akauni i ngahi pange to ke hange ai pange ANCT ko MPFA ko pange Bank of the South Pacific PSP ko Polokalama ko paanga ave pau ai paanga koe ai talaf paanga ai pangelanga whakalaklaka koe o tonga. Whainga maari ngai ta whaake hono ko tape mga polokalama kekehe ai mateuteu koe ni koe e tau wholau koe ni koe ki toa pureanga. Koia o kuiai e ngahi mea pehe, kak mau whamaloa to mo mui mai i e tau polokalama koe ni whakatawanga pēna au taki lelei atu pia mono tāke ki nātu e kinau tōna nau whakahoko koia ai ngāwe koe ni kau whalau me no sila hangi koe mea neulawi ke ananai ange o ngō whewhine ha moa kau mai ai mo Cassandra Vaea mei he kautaha koia o kuna tokonia ai ngāwe koe ni ai a kono hingoa koe Pacific Settlement Support Services koe tokoni pe ko tau kainga a pia whawhunga e pia kmautoro na mawhaiwhatongia atu mei he senta Hungalu pea mei pea ko tupou lea ka mawhoka o Nesi Saluni ko e whinamotua o whahoha atu Katarina Tohi mahaloho mo mea mai ka mo mea